Whoa, a new I've Horus episode. Wow. Now, quick editor's note. It's not actually episode 204. It's actually episode 207. Secondly, the Henchmen guys didn't get the Instagram updated. So if you click on the show notes or if you listen to the podcast, you'll hear us. You'll be able to find their personal Instagrams and go and have a look at their stuff, but they're still trying to update their main Instagram for so don't worry about that. I'll post out a link, or I'll say it or something, or I'll post it on social media when they actually sort out their Insta. I don't know if they're I don't know. Anyway, so next up, check out our corporate Dirtbags #1, versatilterrain.co.uk. Awesome name tags. Get your models battle ready with these name tags, nameplates, and base rings and things. I think Versatile Terrain as well. I think I saw Keith working on some kind of like Zometalis or Space Hulk or something terrain, which I'm not sure. So I don't know. Maybe there will be. Maybe the long-awaited terrain part of .co.uk is coming in. Next up, Crystal Fortress, crystal-fortress.com. Go there and check out their cases. Michael has one of these. He's like, it's fucking amazing. Still in like amazing shape. He's had his for years, like 5 years or something like that. Still in amazing shape, and keeps his stuff super safe. You can take it on the plane, take it wherever he wants. It's crazy. Good stuff from Crystal-Fortress. Amazing game cases, ways to display and protect your miniatures. Next up, Skeleton Games and Terrain. There's a link in the show notes, but Skeleton Games and Terrain they have some models for sale at the moment, maybe Terrain at some point. Next up, Black Label Painting. Click on, go to Facebook, search for Black Label Painting, or click on the link in the show notes for if you're looking at getting an army done or a Titan done. They're experts in Titans and Knights. That's Black Label Painting. And then next we have grimdarkterrain.com. Grimdark Terrain makes amazing fucking terrain for Epic. Although there's lots of elements and bits and pieces. It's like he's essentially making like terrain, Epic terrain Lego. You can just put together via that modular system whatever kind of insane thing you can think of. So basically, like, there's a whole bunch of like what are they called? Examples on the grimdarkterrain.com site. If you go there and click on official builds, you can see like stuff that's just like, you can print these bits, print all these bits, and you can make this building. But once you've done it a few times, you'll realize like, oh shit, I can like literally just do whatever I want. It's so easy. And then you'll come up with insane fucking builds. So if you go to Facebook, there's a Grimdark Terrain group, brackets Titanicus and Epic, and in there's just tons of amazing stuff. Like, people are just building stuff, new crazy shit all the time. The latest things are the walls and the drop coffins and things like that. Like, amazing stuff. So that's grimdarkterrain.com. And then last but not least, Quartermaster, hashtag by Quartermaster. Quartermaster is available on the iTunes Apple Store. And it's had many revisions, and it's getting like easier and easier to use. Like, I was saying to Sean the other day, like, oh man, you should just have a button that just randomly makes an army up to the points level. And he was like, oh, I had thought of that. I'm like, holy shit, imagine if he actually made that. Randomized armies. I mean, you'd have to have a big collection, but I reckon I could probably tell it 1500 point dwarfs make me an army, and I've got like 5,000 points of dwarf. So I've got a ton, even more undead, and I reckon it would just put together a random army, random items, and I could that'd be like the ultimate gaming challenge, right? 2 people just randomizing their armies before the game, like right before the game, roll for mission, randomize armies, spend fucking half an hour like picking through all your models to find the right shit, and then ending up being like, oh, I don't have 2 fucking, I don't know, whatever, mortis engines. I'll just use 1 mortis engine and a Vargeist, and then like, oh no, I need to like change. Maybe you get like to reroll on the scatter, reroll on the randomize if you want. but it's like but the opponent gets +1 to go first if you decide to have a reroll on the randomize. I don't know. Anyway, that's kinds of ideas that Quartermaster gives me, because Quartermaster is so good, it's so useful. Holy shit! Like, I can't even tell you how much my life is improved by Quartermaster. Being able to just do those lists. There was a brief period of time where Michael and I started playing second ed 40k, but before we managed to like get Sean addicted to it and then get him to make all the lists, or you know, whoever made all the lists. And I could, so I couldn't use Quartermaster to do an army list. And holy shit, it was onerous. Like, I can't just sit there, take a shit, throw together a fucking quick 2500, you know, Iron Hands tank list or something like that. Couldn't do that. Like, you have to have a pen, you have to have you know, at least you have to like memorize every points for everything, and then you know, have a notepad file open and be like, fucking Kratos dash 175 or whatever. I don't even know how many points Kratos is base. Was it 225? See, this is this is why I have Quartermaster. It's fucking everything's just like in there. You still have to know what the fucking rules are. It doesn't, like, it's not stealing anything from Games Workshop, so it's not like a immoral purchase or anything. It's just using the points values, so that you can throw together a list, and then when you get to the table, you just have your rule book there, and any special rules and things. Obviously, you can have your army, your actual like list or whatever on your iPad or whatever. But man, so good. The other thing is, I have it on my iPhone, and it syncs with my with my iPad, so I can make a list on there. And maybe I leave my phone upstairs, and I'm downstairs with my iPad, just like having brunch or whatever. Decide to throw together an exploratory Night Lords list or whatever, and I've got all my, you know, previous list hammer from my phone is already on there, and then I can just make it on there, and then next time I'm upstairs and decide to do some list hammer upstairs on my phone, that list's already there. It's fucking amazing. So, Quartermaster, hashtag buy Quartermaster. I think I just talked about Quartermaster for about 5 minutes. Anyway, on with the episode. You've got like 2 hours of actually like more people other than just listening to me just like rabbit on. So enjoy that.
Warhammer podcast contains Elrod banter.
Never back down, never giving. Just run the fucking map until that's something. Welcome to the Horus podcast, coming to you from beautiful Queensland in Australia. This is episode 204? 204?
Been a while.
Maybe.
It's been a while. On the episode tonight, my lovely assistant, Michael.
Good evening, everybody.
I meant to say co-host then, not assistant. I'm sorry.
That's right.
I didn't mean to minimize your...
I do a bit of both. I do a bit of assisting and guiding in.
Yeah. And on the line from New South Wales, somewhere in New South Wales, we have Dono and Jeff. How are you, guys?
Good, man. Happy to be on. I'm also good. How you doing?
So Jeff answered first. Does that mean that Jeff is in charge in your crew?
Did I answer? I thought I let Dono answer first. I always let the ladies go first.
Oh, did you? Oh, Dono answered first.
Yeah. Can you not tell us apart? That's fine.
Nah, New South Wales can't.
A lot of people can't tell us apart anymore.
Well, it's just
Jeff's in charge of all the technical production works, and I'm in charge of enthusiasm.
I just do all the work, and he does all the bullying.
All you New South Welshmen all just mixed together.
Yeah, they're just growing together like Quaid from fucking Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Hey, Jack was here too. That would be he's like the head of the Hydra.
If Jack was like a Quaid to one of you guys, which one would he? Oh no, Klaatu. If Jeff
Klaatu,
was,
Quaid's the dude, isn't it?
Oh, me. Dude,
so if Jack if Jack Daniels. Wait, so which one of you would be the Klaatu? Would it be Jack Daniels? Is that what you're saying? JD?
Yeah, definitely.
And which
Jack
one
would be the Klaatu.
And which one of you would he be attached to?
Me.
Jeff.
Because
Jeff's Klaatu. Whoa.
Yeah, they're essentially already Siamese twins that are being removed from each other. So you'd just be stitching them back together.
Yeah, interesting. Well, Michael and I have no idea what that fucking sounds like. That sounds fucking weird. Okay, so tonight we're going to talk about... we've got a few things to talk about. We're gonna go through all of the things that have released since the, all the new Heresy stuff that's come out since the last episode, which was in December last year. So that should be pretty quick. And then we're going to talk about. Dono and Jeff. Wait, what do you have? Is there a name for what we're talking about?
Well, we call ourselves Henchmen Painting as a conglomerate.
Whoa.
And that's what the
Henchmen Painting
the course is called. Yeah.
Whoa.
Henchmen Painting, Rhino Painting course.
So I purposely, like, when you asked me, do you want to talk about blah blah blah, and can we talk about this? And I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. I purposely didn't ask you any questions so that when you explained it all, I'd be like, whoa, because I have no idea. I didn't realize. I didn't even know what Henchman fucking gaming is. What the hell? What is it? Like, explain what it is right now so we can sizzle for later when we talk about it.
Oh, okay. It's just, it's Dono and I offering, like, originally we were just offering our services as commission painters.
Is Jack Daniels Tequila, your Quarter, involved in this?
He's only if we really need a hand. He's too busy these days. And I don't need someone in the business who's that much better than me. Yeah. So yeah, we've been doing commission painting for the sort of like Sydney area, I guess. We haven't done had to send any further than that. Just for some people, just a variety of things, mostly heresy stuff, but we're doing some what is it called? Dono? The war?
Hail Caesar.
Hail Caesar.
Hail
really?
Caesar, Roman Republic army, and it's like 230 minis at 28 mil.
Yes.
It's massive rank and file.
Is it picked somewhere? Like, do you have an Instagram for Henchman Gaming Conglomerate?
Nah, not yet.
What the fuck?
Well, I thought we did.
Oh,
we haven't.
Jesus,
I
get on
haven't
it.
done anything with it. I've just got the URL, the name. That's all I've got.
On the Combat Company page is just our personal Instagrams. So Dono's is Hench for Heresy and mine's Hufferman for Heresy.
Yeah. Okay, so people can go and look at this. Where can I see these Romans painted?
You'll see them in a month. We'll send you pictures. It's fine.
Yes, good.
Check our OnlyFans.
Yeah, that sounds fucking sick. Like, every time I look at doing some 28 mil historicals like that, I'm just like, I'd love to, but I just can't. Like, my body, after painting so many fucking models, my body will just physically not do it. It'll just be like, no.
Do I have the gaming system for you? They also do a 10 mil epic scale one that they released in the past month. It's
it's
pretty good. Hannibal. It's like Carthaginians and Romans, but at 10 mil scale. And I think the game is way better for it because it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah,
it's all based off it's the same game system but it's smaller.
It's written by Rick Priestley, aka Warmaster. So it's essentially Warmaster rules but historical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rick Priestley, that is a name I've not heard in a while.
Well, he hasn't worked for Games Workshop for a long time.
No.
Rick.
Anyway, yeah. So it's just we're doing a Rhino painting. Do I talk about this now?
Yeah, we'll talk about it now, and then we can talk about it at the end, and we can just talk about it all the time. So people just who are listening to this, who are in the Sydney area, fucking go to this. You guys are all rich boys. Buy all the tickets, and then if you're another rich boy from like Mount Isa or something like that, if you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying.
Fly out of Sydney for a weekend.
Yeah. Handle it. Go in. Get your Rhino painting course in. There's rich boys over in New Zealand as well. You know who you are. This is gonna be good. Like you guys get fucking lots of best painted awards and things, right? Like you guys have.
Well, you guys gave us lots of awards when we saw you guys last time.
We did. We showered you and your Quartu with awards, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys cleaned up.
We needed a separate trailer for the awards.
Yeah, there was a lot of awards taken.
Dono even got one of my very extremely rare discretionary awards as well. For his efforts.
The rarest discretionary award.
His mighty efforts. Yeah, it's like, in Under Siege where Casey Ryback is like, I've got awards I can't even show people or whatever the fuck, You know what I'm talking about?
It's pride and place in my awards I can't show people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what I'm saying is these guys extremely good painters. So what's the style of the course? Is it like everyone's sitting in the room, everyone's got their own airbrush, that sort of thing?
Yeah. So it's it'd be 2-day rhino painting course. We're using rhino because it's a pretty simple vehicle, and like everyone kind of needs a rhino.
Is everyone doing the same everyone doing the same rhino?
Not the one rhino, where they each get a rhino.
Yeah, no. I mean like the same Legion rhino.
No.
No.
Choose your own legion.
Choose their own legion.
Ooh.
Choose your own adventure.
Excellent.
I love that concept though. Everybody paints the same rhino. Like, we're at your turn. All right, you've painted for 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael, would you go to a painting course, Michael, where everyone painted the same Primarch? Like, they were like, we're going to do Dawn, everyone has to do Dawn? Would you do that?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Whoa.
That'd be fun.
Michael's down for it.
I would. Yeah, it'd just be like different techniques, different people's ideas and stuff. Yeah, interesting.
Michael's always a nest of positivity. I wouldn't go to it. I wouldn't do the same Primarch as everyone else.
You'd only do an Omni Primarchial
what
course?
about this? There's 18 slots, and everybody just gets randomly assigned a Primarch.
That would be heaps more interesting. I'd actually do that.
That'd be so.
But how do you bring paint?
How would be so obtuse.
How do you have to know what paints to bring and shit, right? Like when
it'll work. It'll work. Trust me, it would work.
Maybe everyone buys all the paints for a Primarch, so you have 18 different paint, and then everyone puts their keys in the bowl, if you know what I mean, and then gets like a.
Yeah, it's exactly that.
And you have to swap your paints over.
What did Speller want us to do, Dono? What was his idea he wanted us to do?
Speller, here we go.
He because I was talking to him about it, he's keen about going to the Rhino course. He's always asking questions about airbrushing, oils, and weathering, and it's like the perfect opportunity to get that done. But he hit us up for like a fantasy painting course, and we spitballed the idea of just doing a regiment painting course for a weekend. So 2 days, you buy like a box of like a core choice for fantasy, and it's more about like army painting and getting it done and time management more than just like this is how you paint a really good skeleton warrior. Like no one's gonna want to do that. It's more like painting 30 really good skeleton warriors where they look really good ranked and filed, not just focusing on this is how you paint bone for a whole weekend.
Basically just babysitting adults, making sure they get these guys done. I don't know, I'm not convinced. Oh
personally. No, fuck, dude, like you're in the perfect position to do a army boot camp thing where Dono just drives around Sydney just harassing you, like comes to your house and goes, "What's your fucking progress?" And then you're just like, "Oh shit, I've clipped all these Skaven off sprues and I've got my bases out and shit," and you're just like, "You haven't done enough, cunt, fucking," and then you just fucking harass them and get them on track. Oh, and you could just charge like huge cash.
Yeah, and I can take my Chinese sweatshop that always paints my 3K army and always with it, so they can all yell at you in Mandarin as well.
Yeah, exactly. Oh fuck.
That's an untapped resource.
Yeah.
Like Air Tasker for hobby.
Yeah. So okay. So when was this course? Did you say the dates and shit?
Yeah, so the date is the 23rd and 24th of November. So it runs like a Saturday and a Sunday. It runs from 9:30 to 4:30 both days. And we're doing it at the Combat Company in Mortdale, which is in Sydney. Yeah, so we've sold half the tickets already. So there's still 7 available. Yeah, I'm fantastic. I'm pretty stoked that we sold any, frankly.
So the ticket price on the website includes the Rhino because the Combat Company sell Heresy, 40k, Stigma, Old World. They sell heaps of stuff, and they've also got like compressors, a pretty decent airbrush range now between like Patriot.
Oh, they've got so much fucking eye water shit. It's like the perfect place to run this class because if someone doesn't have something, they can just get it off the shelf. It's a big fucking warehouse.
That's super fucking handy.
Yeah,
it's going to be really good. I mean, like if anyone wants to buy a wider custom micron for like $650 because they feel real fancy and it's post-tax time, I mean, there's like 3 on the shelf, so they can treat themselves. It's it's good. They've done us a pretty big solid by helping us out with advertising and the venue. So
It
yeah,
was super nice with the actual advertising as well. They said we were top blokes.
Oh.
Oh, wow, now they're straying into some pretty... yeah, they're really nice to you.
really nice to me.
I don't think they've met us, apparently.
No, they're right on the money. You guys are great.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I'd say you guys are.
oh.
I'd say you guys are mad cunts.
Yeah, fucking
That's
mad.
the highest honor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, Michael, ask more questions about the painting thing, and so that just in
Okay,
case they're lying to us or something, you know.
Oh, no, they know what they're talking about. So what sort of techniques can people expect to learn on this course?
So we're going over. It's okay. So it's basic kind of like super like army painting, get it done style, but with like those extra bits that like gets you into those 90%, like gets you into 90% of better than everyone else's armies. So like
Yep.
we go over.
Panel modulation and lighting.
Yeah, panel modulation for like like a color triad. So we're going to be big thing on that on the first day, and then the next day will be like all your basic weathering. So like chipping with like brush, sponge, oil weathering. What else do we do? Any powders or anything? Just like
enamel pigments,
enamels.
stuff like
Yeah, using all of those sort of extra things that GW won't teach you. All that stuff that
dark
the military
sorcery.
modeling style. Yeah.
To get that like
Stuff
more
that really elevates your stuff.
So, are you talking about to get the more like classic heresy looking
Classic
armies,
heresy
rather than the
looking
new
classic
sort of
heresy.
more like cartoony whatever they're doing?
Yeah, because we haven't seen anyone do that in Australia for a long time, and there's so many people that have come into. Well, we're talking specifically heresy because that's sort of the community that we're in there. And there's a lot of those dudes who, didn't get a chance to go to the MKA, your Cult of Paint or whatever, and they haven't been out since, 2019. So we're just trying to fill the gaps because so many people have come into the heresy scene now from, wherever, your 40K or Age of Sigmar, whatever, who weren't around for the first lot of, for Heresy 1. And we're trying to, impart those skills to them.
No, that's really good, actually. Yeah, you're right. There hasn't been a lot of people come out here since COVID. I think, I'm only tracking a handful, like Miles.
We had Miles, and he did like a sort of advanced kind of brush skills.
Yep.
Whereas, we haven't had anyone come out. And I guess we might in the future, if Dono wants to talk about that, but... we're filling those gaps for these people.
Oh, actually, I did have another question. So, a lot of people I talk to about going to painting classes, they're like, "Oh, no, it's too advanced for me. Nah, I don't even know what an airbrush is. What level is this pitched at? Is it pitched at those people who've never picked up an airbrush before?"
Yeah, pretty much. It's like if you want to learn it's going to cover how to use an airbrush, like how to use an airbrush effectively to create like shades, midtones, and highlights. Instead of just using it to like, I want that goblin green, I'm just going to spray it goblin green. So it's pitched at that beginner level. It's not going to be anything advanced. I think people look at like airbrushes, oils, and enamels and think they're super advanced because they're not just like a Citadel triad of base, layer, and highlight, or whatever, like edge highlight or whatever. But I actually think that airbrush oils and enamels / pigment powders are pretty simple compared to trying to edge highlight everything for what looks like a better military modeling effect.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be aimed at that. Like, grab an airbrush, grab a compressor, and we'll teach you how to use it.
That's excellent. I think that's a great niche to go for because there's so many people who I've kind of met or like just had them come over to my house and going, "Hey, this is how to use an airbrush," and they're like, "Oh my god, I didn't realize it was this simple. I was just so intimidated by it." I go, "Yeah, it's easy as fuck," and then they're like, "Oh yeah, okay, cool." So no, it's really good that you guys are pitching the course at that level. I think
we've all been there though. Like we've all kind of been in that situation where you want to upgrade to your airbrush, like to airbrushing, and it does seem a bit intimidating to begin with. So that's pretty normal. Like I think that's pretty normal, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, even the big steps for me just going between just like, I'm just going to paint this yellow and then put a lighter yellow on top versus learning the intricacies of sort of the concepts of like doing the pre-shade and that sort of stuff.
Yep,
Yeah,
and
so
that's all
we're gonna
stuff we're
cover-
going to go over.
Yeah, appreciate. And if dudes have like a Legion in mind and they're unsure about color recipes, etc., I think later in September, once we get the people that are attending and what Legion they're painting, if they want a recipe, we're gonna just provide the recipe for them with the paints that are available at Comic Company. So
that'd be really
Comic
good,
Company,
yeah.
Comic Company have like Citadel, Abtalung for your oils. They have your Scale 75s. Like they have a massive range of paints. So it's not like recipes will be hard to get.
Yeah, there's going to be an option for everyone there, unless you're really keen on doing a Tamiya clear color. Which, if you, I'll be honest, if you're coming to do that, please don't. Like that's going to be.
Yeah, don't start with that.
Don't start with that.
If you come over to me clear, you've got to bring at least a pack of 20 face masks for everybody else, and Jeff will be giving you one-on-one tutoring for the entire weekend.
I'll be holding your hand and getting frustrated with you.
They'll have to hold you, pull your pockets out and they'll have to hold your pocket all weekend.
Absolutely.
Just hold Jeff's beard.
Lucky there is two of us.
There's some people going, is this any extra? Like, yeah, I'm totally down for this. This is in the price?
Yeah, it's all included. And we the ticket price includes the Rhino as well. So Combat Company are sending it to you. So if you buy it today, you get sent your Rhino. You have to build it before the class, obviously, but you know
you don't want to be putting that in the morning
together
morning off.
No, please don't.
But yeah, it'll be good. So the basic layouts, like day one, is just intro to airbrushing, pre-shade, getting your base Legion colors down, and then gloss and transfers. Because I think there's still some like witchy poo magic around transfers. People are put off by it. It might be a bit intimidating. But we're going to cover that with some microsol, microset. Combat Company also have decal softener and decal applicator as well, just a different brand. It's the same stuff. So we'll cover that. That'll cap day
I reckon
one,
it's just vinegar, and if you smell those things, one of those is definitely just like vinegar.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's just acetone. Acetone?
No, it's not acetone. Like acetone stinks. Like acetone's like a chemical.
Smell like vinegar. Yeah.
Yeah, no, like one of them smells like it's either step 1 or step. There's only
I think it's step 1. I think the blue one.
Yeah, every time I open that, I'm like, ooh, vinegar.
Yeah, I reckon it's the red one too, because it's the softener. It's got the agent that softens it. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're in a pinch as well and you make a mistake, you can use the red one on a Q-tip to remove paint off gloss without damaging the gloss, which is a hot chip.
See, I didn't know that. Fucking hot chip. Yeah, see?
Wait, what can you remove?
A million more of those.
What can you remove off gloss?
So if you've varnished a model and say you're blacking out or doing your metallics, if you've made a mistake and you've already varnished the surface underneath, you can grab a bit of microsol, the red one, on a Q-tip and just remove it gently.
No, what? Jeez.
He wrote that on his palm before the
palm card.
The podcast
started. Whoa.
So they're the free tips. You can get sort of free chips you'll get.
Free chips, be a flock of seagulls, come to the painting course for the weekend.
Yeah, and you guys smash out armies. Like, the reason I would trust you and I would go to your course over, like, a competing course run by a,
super intelligent AI,
or like some of these painting studios where they just paint, they don't play games, they never paint a full fucking army. You guys both have fucking sick armies. Dono's like you got I know Jeff's got fantasy. Dono's got just like smashes out, can just like pump out an army. So you guys know as well like the steps that you can fucking like cut away if you need to, if you want to like really if it's leading up to an event and you just want to get it tabletop. I would trust I would trust you guys. I'd be like, okay, what do I do? This is where my shit's at. I need to get it tabletop. Like, what's the quickest way? That's why, because you do see a lot of painting courses run by people, and you're like, I know that that person's never painted an entire army. I've never seen them at an event or anything. So yeah, that's my endorsement. Michael, are you endorsing this as well?
endorse this event. Yeah, it should be great. The guys definitely campaign. They're fantastic guys. They'll teach you very well. And like Tim said, yeah, I was just thinking about that. That's true. There is a difference between painting to get stuff on the table to a high standard, painting an army to a high standard, and painting something that's going to win you a Slayer sword. You kind of can't do both unless you're a real glutton for punishment.
Like,
Can't
I
do
promise
both unless you have,
when
like, 2
you
years.
come away from this course, that your stuff, like your armies, will now look 90%, will look better than 90% of everyone else's crap. Like
Yeah,
at
and
every
it's-
event that you go to.
And it's
Yeah.
surprising how it's just little tricks, how much little tricks make so much
it's
big
not hard
differences.
stuff.
Yeah.
None of it's hard.
It's just lots of steps, and you're just like,
You
And
just
then
gotta do it.
maybe in the future I'll hold a Paint 3K in 1 week event.
yeah.
Ooh.
No, I'm not doing that. That's way too much effort.
Well, you need to do like a paint a 1500 point fantasy army in a weekend.
Oh, that would be grueling.
You have everyone like build all their shit, undercoat it before. So it's all just like, white or black or whatever the undercoat is, and then like boom, you just go around holding people's hands. And also just like forcing them to drink fucking Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew's, yeah, like
White
red
monsters.
yeah, Red Bull. Yeah.
Get everyone to bring their own IV. And be like, all right, you're not moving from the chair. You got a bed. You got a kidney pan, and
You
an
gotta
IV.
bring
Yeah.
and you gotta bring a parent to like change your shit bucket.
Yeah.
It'd be like the South Park episode.
Exactly like that.
The only thing, so Michael and I, when we used to, when we were playing fantasy events, we'd have these things called Paint-A-Geddons, where we'd all come to my house and we'd put like, whatever the fuck movies on, and then it would start at 9 o'clock in the morning, and you just paint until as long as you physically could, until the early morning, and then go to sleep. Just trying to, because it's like super motivating, and I think like the latest any of our friends ever stayed up, I think it was Kirk, stayed up until like 4 a.m. So that's like 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. just painting nonstop.
It was a good hit out.
But
yeah.
at some point, you just like your back starts to just fucking, and your neck's like you're just like craned over painting these models like with your arms like little T-Rex hands, because you're just like, oh fuck.
We tried to do that about a month ago, but Donald and I, we ended up getting too drunk.
We ended up.
Yeah, no, you
we
can't
ended up
fucking
getting
drink.
too drunk, and then we swapped heresy armies and played games.
Well, that was probably a better outcome, but if you maybe you wouldn't be able to charge people to do that.
Well,
Charge
to
them.
get- I was going to say,
Free
to get an idea of the guys' work, you guys should shout out your Instagram so guys can jump on and go, well, these guys are back. They can talk the talk. The guys shit hot.
You should tell us what your Henchman Studio conglomerate Instagram is, and then go and put a bunch of stuff up on there before we release the episode.
I will, or Dono will. The Instagram is Henchmen Painting. It's just called that, right?
Yeah, it's just Henchmen Painting.
Henchman Painting, all one word?
Yep.
Henchmen Painting. So go to @Henchmen Painting on Instagram, and there's going to be stuff up by the time you get there. But at the moment, who knows what's going to be there? I think there's going to be Romans there, because they just told us that they were just painting that shit. What other stuff that you're going to put up? You're going to put up a couple of your personal armies or something, or
Yeah, Imperial Fists.
put up some of your Eye of Horus trophy.
Oh, yeah, so your sisters, they look really good.
Yeah, I sold them straight away after that event. It was so traumatic getting them because I did it Dono style. I painted them in like a week, and I was like, I'm gonna go get best Imperial, and I did, and then I sold it straight away.
Ah,
I ended up having to take my airbrush and all my paints and paint my Althway army in the hotel room because I was away for work
oh no.
that week, and then just painted them in a week in my hotel room, and then just drove down to the event.
Oh fuck! You drove. I'm like fucking Sydney down to Geelong.
Yeah. It's only like 12 hours.
I guess it's like me driving to Sydney, so I can't talk.
Yeah,
Listen-
you drove to
listen,
Sydney in a day.
Yeah.
And then we drove up to Brisbane in a day for of HorusCon.
Yeah. It's not that. It's getting shorter as
Yeah.
well. You know, it's only like
Roads are getting better.
900 k's or something now. It used to be 1,000. It used to be 1,200.
They just need to make a big part of that 900k is just black zone, so you can just do whatever speed you want.
Yeah, just like Mad Max.
Mad Max Outback style.
Yeah.
Like us driving down to fucking Games Day in the 90s, Michael.
Yeah, fucking...
just
in the
before
90s.
September 11.
Yeah.
Wait, Queensland road rules fucking suck, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not going to...
Hey, what do you mean? Huh? What?
You guys don't even have the courtesy sign that tells you there's mobile phone cameras being used.
Yeah, and speed cameras, and the fact that nobody...
Why would you get a
everybody
courtesy
drives on
sign?
either side. I love it in New South Wales how it's nice and orderly. Everybody drives in the left unless they're slow, and you're just going around them. You just stay that side.
That's
you
fucking shit cunt way to do it, bro. You just need, if you want to win fucking State of Origins, you just let cunts drive wherever the fuck they want.
we win State of Origin this
Fucking
year?
lanes wide open, cunt. I'm taking it. That's how you drive in
Yeah, we
Queensland.
win this year.
We
I think
are.
you did. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, okay, so you've won like 2 times in the last 30 years then? Alright, cool. Cool, bro.
I'm sure it's a lot more equal than that. But
No, it's not.
every time I talk to you, I have to talk about State of Origin.
Yeah. What? You're saying it's not a fact that New South Wales has won D3 times in the last 30 years?
E3 times.
In the last 30 years? Yeah. Dude, we've
I'm
won
looking
like
it up.
11 years in a row
That's
at one point.
that's
Like
just
when
irritating.
I actually gave a fuck about it. We were winning
when,
like 11
Gordon
years.
Tallis was playing like in the early
Yeah,
2000s.
that's right.
Let's see. So it's New South Wales has won 17 and Queensland has won 24. So you're up.
Yeah.
But like not by a ridiculous margin.
Mm.
Oh, the
least-
Queensland women won this year.
3d6.
I didn't even know they had a women's State of Origin. Good for them.
Yeah, they can drive too.
Yeah, the women are fucking psycho up here too, bro.
Wow, we should have a heresy State of Origin.
Oh, we should definitely do a Heresy State of Origin.
We get to play all the armies we never get to normally play against that are 8 out of state and be on the other faction.
It'll be you guys versus Dono. So you know, whatever.
Dono can just yeah. Okay, New South Wales have win because Dono will just crush me again. But nah,
Macedon
it'd be-
Madness 2.0.
yeah, it'd be fun doing it though.
Alright, well, let's talk about something, let's talk about something positive before we talk about the roadmaps and the new book for Heresy that just came, the Martian Civil War thing that's just being spoiled online right now. So let's talk about the second event, Michael, that we went to today.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, we went and played a 30-year-old edition of 40k today. It's a good system, but it just it shows its age.
What do you need? What do you need to add to it? What do you want?
Man, what I want is just an errata, like an FAQ, because there's a whole fucking shit tin of loose butthole
You just
shit.
need to go and get White Dwarfs for, there's about 88,
it needs more than that.
80 White
It needs
Dwarfs
more
or
than that. It needs to tighten up the scenarios. Like by the book, games go for 3 turns. It's fucking, and your miniatures move 4 inches per turn.
They could be 3 turns. It's three to 5 turns or something, I think.
Some of the army lists need a little bit of expansion, and to bring some of the power creep back into line. And just the consistency with the writing. So it was written and like there's no USRs, which is, I don't know if I like that or I hate that, but the writing is very loose and very unspecific when it comes to things.
What? So just it leaves it open to whatever your house rules are at the time.
Potentially, yeah. Like one we found the other night in a Rhino, it specifically states what happens to the crew and the passengers within a transport, and then in another type of transport, it just nothing happens to the crew if the thing explodes, and it doesn't say remove the vehicle. It just goes, oh, the vehicle catches in a big fire and kills the driver and the crew commander, and you're like, okay, so is the vehicle still there? Because in that edition, people can get in and out of the vehicle. So I can get like another dude to jump in and drive it. So it's like, is it wrecked? It doesn't say remove vehicle. Vehicle is wrecked. Remove vehicle in a lot of cases and things like that.
Yeah, so the rules hole that we found is that the Razorback, which Michael has, which if it has guys inside it, they're not. It just says that you can transport people, but then there's just no there's just nothing, like no like talk about what like transported state mean. Like there isn't like a transported state for shit. So when the so he had like 5 guys inside it, and I lit it up, and then it just fucking went out of control and slammed into a wall and was destroyed, and everything within 3 inches would have got a hit or whatever. And then it said all the crew are dead and shit, but it doesn't say anything about what happens to transported shit, and there's just nothing. There's nothing. And I think we Googled it. Like, how can there be like...
Yeah. And there's just
so
a lot
3 of us
loop-
sitting around like searching on, and we couldn't figure out what it was. So we're just like, how about 4+ they all just die? Okay.
And they just died.
So do you guys like paint your own vehicle crew for this? All of this nonsense that you're talking about?
You can do, yeah. There's some specific models for Imperial Guard stuff. For Space Marines, it's just basically a TAC Marine.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
just a
kind
with a
of?
bolt pistol.
I'm a third ed boy. Is it kind of like the Imperial Armor books where if you shoot down an aircraft on a 4-up, the pilot ejects and like becomes like a little objective on the table, and if you rescue him, it counts as half the unit's destroy points or whatever?
No, they're like a squad of dudes. So say a Le Mans Ross gets a for some reason gets most of the things where it's just like hit and the vehicle's destroyed. Pretty much all of them, the crew die, but sometimes it's like the crew only die in a 4+, so the survivors just dismount. And there is actually rules in a game for some narrative purpose. You could just choose for your guys to just get out of the vehicle. You don't have to have models, but I mean, if you're playing a guard army like I am, you're gonna have like casualties. So you just go like, okay, these are the guys from the truck. They just
hop out with their las guns.
They're just putting their dress uniforms on as they get out of the tank.
Yeah, and like if your driver dies, the crew can replace him. Also, there's like some little good rules. There's some gems in there. It's just very, very loosely written and inconsistently written.
So first game, Michael and I played each other, and although that sounds like, oh my god, you guys played each other. However, we hadn't played each other with our armies. Like I had Sean and Michael played each other, and I played against Sean. But the last time I played, I hadn't actually used my Mordian army against Michael. So the first
and you'd never played my Dark Angels army either.
No. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Although I had the advantage of watching you play against Sean and studying it, but I was most of the time painting my Mordians while you guys were playing, and I wasn't really paying.
Tell us what's in your armies.
So 1,500 points is really tiny. Second Ed's really hero heavy. It's mega hero hammer. So
it's like fantasy.
essentially, I
fantasy, but with round bases. So yeah, it's literally the same thing. It's like 25% lords, blah blah blah.
Cool.
Yeah. So I had a Azrael, who's the chapter master of the Dark Angels, who sounds pretty cool because he's a chapter master, but like he's not that good of a character.
That is a name that I'm slightly familiar with.
Azrael with the Sword of Secrets.
I had him. I had a level 4 librarian, a chief librarian, and a tech marine. So that was basically my characters. Then I had 2 tactical squads with a veteran sergeant leading each one, a dreadnought, and a razorback. That's it. That's my whole army.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
That's 1,500 points.
Yeah, characters are pretty expensive. Like a tech marine squad's probably 300 points ish with heavy weapons and upgrades.
And your librarian's like, how many points does he? Like 200?
Yeah, nearly 300.
Nearly 300. Yeah. So librarians have like really high weapon skill and strength and toughness because it represents them using their small scale powers that they don't have to roll for. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they sort of empower themselves. So. Yeah, the Marine list is really small. Like, there was some really small lists there. Holy shit, I think the smallest list was, there was a guy who was running 2 10-man Terminator squads and a character guy. And there was just 1,500 points.
To give you an idea, just because of the way combat works and the way the system works, in a set of circumstances, the Librarian, there's different spells that can draw people towards you. So that Librarian could fight 10 people in one round of combat because of the way it works, and just solo an entire squad in one round of close combat, and then just go, well, you're not entertained.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so do you know? Fuck. I should tell him the ploy that I did on Azrael.
Oh yeah.
So I ran up and I had I charged into the rear of Michael's force with my Eversa assassin. And it's just like cutting down some Marines, just doing like kung fu and shit on them. And then I moved my Psyker up, and in the psychic phase, I used there's a sail, but it just lets you choose a model and just move it 6 inches. It's not like D6 or anything. It's just like you move it up to 6 inches, and you can drag them into combat. So I just dragged Azrael into combat with the Eversa, and he's just like, oh fuck, now I gotta fight this motherfucker. And then yeah, the Eversa just fucking just like totally ended him.
Yeah. So it was pretty cool. I got to play against a squat army today also. Squats were a thing back then.
Yeah,
cool.
squats, that was
That's
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a
Space
really good
War?
event. Say again?
Space to War spinning.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Was it all like
That is-
period appropriate armies and shit?
Yeah,
Like
this
models?
one- for a
No.
lot of it, there was no one freaking out if you bought like a current edition Eldar army, but a lot of people, because there was different awards. There was awards for like painting, the best theme, and the most retro army. So there was sort of different awards. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like the 3rd edition event we went to. Yeah, sounds
very
good.
similar.
Everyone's doing retro Hammer this year.
It was good. And like the other good thing was there was a whole heap of people that we remember from like, Jesus, when we first started getting into the Brisbane scene, like probably 30 years ago. Like,
Yeah.
there's some
back in
old
the-
dudes there
in
who were
the
like,
late
holy
90s.
fuck, that's that dude that threatened to like break one of our friends' necks.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're like, oh, fuck, I haven't seen that guy in 20 years. He's old as fuck. Like, yeah, it's pretty funny.
How you going, boys? Yeah, I hope your mate's next, all right.
There's no way you remembered us. We were like fresh-faced teens.
Well, scarily, maybe he does remember us. It's been just like thinking about us every day. Just going, bro, there's 2 lovely boys that come to the Warhammer thing today.
Fuck, he did fucking like sit right in front of my shit. Remember?
He's gonna put notches on his Zimmer frame every time he beats you.
Oh shit. Yeah. Oh yeah. I think you remembered me. Oh my god. All right.
It was a really good day. Really
yeah,
good day.
yeah, it
that's
was
cool.
good. Oh, I should tell you what was in my guard army. So
Yeah, tell us what's in your guard army.
so-
Because you have an assassin, and you've been on an assassin hype.
Oh yeah, fuck! It doesn't matter what else is in the army. The Eversa assassin is in the army. Yeah, fucking. So it is it was a guard army. So I had a captain, and then the captain, a guy has a little command squad of 4 guys, and then I had a lieutenant, and he has a little command squad of 4 guys. So the lieutenant was just parked with like 2 las cannons. Bro, and they have a real cool slick crew where if they hit, they can just roll to hit again. So they just get like 2 shots off of their las cannon because they just fucking like crank the energon shells in real quick or whatever the fuck, change mags or something. So they were with the lieutenant guy, and then I had a captain guy, and he was with like he had 4 dudes with grenade launchers, and like grenade launchers in second are fucking amazing. Like there's a crack grenade that's like it's a 60-inch range, and it's strength 6.
Holy shit.
Yeah, yeah. It's strength 6, neg 3, d6 damage. So if you catch like any marine, is just fucked. If you hit like a like neg 3 is really good. Like for even like a Terminator that goes to what, like a 6+ on 2d6. So you know there's a bit of a chance there of just like getting some through. And like a character, just like if they don't have like a force field or something, they're just fucked. So that's a pretty hilarious squad, and then you can just give them. They've got a veteran skill. You can just give these veteran skills to guard back then, and guard would just like fucking ape shit. And they've got one where they just can reroll the hit, so they just like fucking pump shit with fucking grenades. So they're really cool. And then there was like 3 squads of 10 dudes just with las guns, and they just do their best. And they're just there mainly to just take fucking
They
hits.
killed a few. They killed a few of my guys though.
Yeah, I guess maybe a few, maybe 1 or 2, but mainly like they just hid behind that hill while your guys were like just went ruin to ruin. Well, my guardsmen just sort of like hid.
Yeah, it was like that scene from the end of Apocalypse Now.
And then what else? And then
Full Metal Jacket. Sorry.
yeah. Then I had 3 heavy bolters in like a little squad, and you can detach those into 3 separate ones, but I just ran them as a unit. I don't know. I could have detached them. I don't know. Maybe I'll try detaching. It's probably better to detach them. But I was just running them as a little unit. Anyway. And then I had a Russ and a Basilisk and a Eversor Assassin and an Inquisitor and a level 3 little Psycho, Primarchs Psycho or whatever. And he was actually pretty good in the game against Michael because I had like displacement. So, but Michael's Librarian had teleport, so he was teleporting around, just smashing shit apart. And then my Inquisitor and that Psyker were in the unit with the grenade launchers and stuff, and they were just like teleporting around trying to like fucking catch his fucking Librarian and try and like fight him.
Okay, so that sounds like a nearly like a proper guard army from that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
As far as 1,500 points, but the Space Marine army seems super small.
Yeah. It's way more like granular or something, I guess. Like the thing is, you have to shoot at the closest shit. Like there's no, like if there's a squad in the open and a squad in cover, you have to shoot at the nearest unit, and you can choose not to shoot at a unit in cover to shoot at a unit in the open, and there's no way around that. If you've got anti-tank weapons, they can choose to shoot at the nearest vehicle instead. But otherwise, you have to shoot at the nearest target. So it is like the whole thing with the guard is to try and like push shit up and try and not to let your characters die too soon, and while you also just pump in fucking heavy weapons into shit.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's way more like fantasy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then your vehicles just like try and pound shit. It's so much more like fantasy. It's like it feels more. It's like fantasy in space, which isn't that what they did as well? Was Warhammer Fantasy the thing first, and then they did 40k?
Yeah.
Or was the other way around?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
So it uses that same system. So anyone who's played like 8th Ed Fantasy or the Old World or whatever, that whole system or a similar system.
And then they got the cool magic/psychic phase with the cards.
Oh yeah,
that's like almost a game in itself.
Yeah. So it's
good.
and so there's people who've done like we've played it using the Space Marine list using our Heresy armies. So Michael's used like his Emperor's Children versus my Iron Hands, or I'm running just like tactical swords and things like that. So you can play like Heresy style games. I mean, and I think, weren't you saying like people have done data effects?
Yeah, somebody's done 2nd edition data effects for Leviathans, Contemptors, all the Land Raider variants.
Oh, really?
A lot of stuff, yeah. If you're looking to have a look at the rules, they're all up on... there's a project called the Anvil Project, and it's a guy who basically was like, I'm just going to restore everything 2nd edition and keep a repository of it all. He doesn't run it anymore, but he's got an awesome repository of just about absolutely everything that was ever produced for 2nd Ed. That's all up for free, and you can just download it and just have a go.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Sounds right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Give it a.
Yeah,
well, Jeff's got a copy of Rogue Trader laying in his house. So.
Oh, I see.
I don't understand it. I don't like. It's a real vague RPG game. I'm sure there's someone who's actually played Rogue Trader listening to this right now and be like, you're a fucking moron.
No, there was like
shit.
Yeah, there was Rogue Trader, and then there was like all those compilations and shit that sort of made it Warhammer 40k. They made it, and then 2nd Ed is where it was like actual, like they codified it into an actual fucking game. And like we used to play games like back in the 90s and stuff, but we never really we never had fully painted armies to begin with. We never had like full fucking terrain tables and shit that would look fucking perfect and stuff.
Oh, dude, it was so weird going to Nick Beatty's event, the 3rd edition one, and like realizing that you didn't play anything right when you were a kid.
Yeah, nothing right at all.
Yeah, 100%. Remember we used to say that like Terminators were just immune to flames. So like for some reason we just read it. It says like they can just carry on. They don't have to like run around randomly. But they still take like hits and stuff from it.
Yeah.
But like we just fucking just read that as they're totally immune to it. Yeah. So,
and then the other one was what was the other one? The other one was There's a few little things like that. 6 always passed an armor save regardless.
Oh, is that what we used to say?
Yeah.
That's
So
fucking
I
classic.
always remember that day my guardsman survived 3 assault cannon shots because I rolled 3 6s. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's classic.
Yeah. So it's good. Hindsight's fun. Hindsight's good.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
no, it was a good event, man. Like, yeah, no, you go.
Oh, yeah. I think Jeff and I realised we drove down there. And we hadn't played a game of third edition at all prior to the event until we got down there on the Friday night, on the setup night. We decided to have a game, and we were getting so much shit wrong. Just in general.
Oh, well, then in that they did like a bunch of updates for third edition that Nick was using because he printed out his own bloody rulebook and everything, and gave them to everyone.
Oh,
Just
Yeah,
using the because third edition has a bunch of shit and like White Dwarf and erratas and Index Astartes and all that other stuff. So we just compiled it all into a rulebook. So anything that was updated, he just replaced in the handout. So you just had one thing instead of having to shuffle through 13 PDFs to find out what assault rules and everything else were. But that was good.
I just imagine Nick Beattie sitting at a computer like Samuel L. Jackson in like Jurassic Park, just smoking cigarettes, and just like, hold on to your butts. I'm gonna mash up this, Mechanicum fucking army into just like a totally different thing. Like, some crazed genius.
Well, Jeff did Witch Hunters, and did you take an Eversor Assassin? Is that the fucking dude
No,
that was wigging out all my fucking Eldar?
No, I took
Calexis.
Calexis, yeah.
Yeah, that dude's a cunt.
Oh
Really
yeah,
funny, yeah.
dude. I was looking at the second ed rules for him because I was playing the Eversor today, and then after the event, I was just like sitting there and I thought, oh, I wonder what the Calexis is like. And it's got 3 pages of rules.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
It's
so
so
that
good.
shit was fucking complex.
Yeah.
That's like a whole sit down.
Assassins are one of those
Also
things that have like their power level just seems to like swing wildly between editions as well.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they made them really. They were like fucking amazing. If you look at the fluff, like it totally makes sense that like 1 in fucking 10 billion people in the Imperium, can be like they have the resources to like create this just like super fucking high tech killing machine using like dark age of technology, biotech, and all this other bullshit, which is exactly what they've been saying, which is what the heresy assassins are as well. And these just like ancient temples that have been around for thousands of years, like perfecting fucking the art of killing and shit. And then so in the second ed, they were just like a murderer that could like step up and just like hack down. Like I hacked down Azrael and a Farseer today, and a Farseer is actually not like a shitlord in combat either. So they made these like assassins that could actually fucking assassinate shit. But then in later editions, I think even from just third ed on, like they're just pretty much just irrelevant. Because you just fucking open fire with bolt guns on them, they're just dead. Like they're just trash.
I think in 7th edition they're fucking they're quite good. They're pretty murdery. Like weapon skill 8, like 3 wounds and shit.
Did they restore them at some point? Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, they made them really good at the end of 7th edition, and then they've made them crap again in Heresy.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, did you have much luck with your assassin at that third event, Jeff?
No,
or was it just everything
killed,
banked
like,
on
one
your...
zoanthrope. There's a funny thing you can, because you use other psychers as like banks for his gun, the Animus Speculum. And he assassinated like a Necron Destroyer Lord, which was pretty funny.
Wow.
Because they're like 3 or 4 wounds, toughness 6, and I just used my own Inquisitor as a bank for his shots.
Wow.
Yeah.
So in second ed, his Animus Speculum thing, you get D3 plus 2 force things that he can spend. So basically that many shots, and each one, the enemy can try and nullify. But you get 2d6. It's like the old fantasy magic thing. So you win some magic. So you get 2d6 force cards. and those are like shuffled from a deck back and forth, starting with the player whose turn it is. So you're only going to get like, and the only way you can nullify a spell is if you get one of those cards. There's like power, there's an irresistible force, there's a demonic attack card you can play, like a fuck you one, a whole bunch, and then there's like a bunch of nullifiers and also powers. So there's just no way if someone has 5 shots from this like reverse fucking it's called like negative psychic energy beam. So there's just no way you'll be able to dispel all 5 shots, but like it's just like a neg 3 armor fucking beam that you can just like seek out psychers and just fuck them up. It's pretty cool.
You got to shuffle those cards every time you fire it? Is that what you...
No. Like he makes his own little force cards, but you do it during the psychic phase. So during the psychic phase, you have 2d6 fucking cards like spread between you. So and there's just like, and the only way to nullify is if you get a nullify card. There's just no way you'd be able to stop 5. It's just fucking craziness. And that's just one of just like 1/3 of one of the 3 pages of his rule.
Great.
It sounds heaps better than fucking your experience in 3rd edition, Jeff. Just running around and getting shot by a Bright Lance on the Viper.
Yeah, these things happen.
Well, I tell you what, I did I ran a Colexus in Heresy 1st edition.
Yep.
We played this doubles game against it was me and Spence versus Maka, and I think it was Adrian Strath. And Spencer had a Calidus assassin, and I had a Colexus assassin, and we were like, oh yeah, when they're not looking, we'll infiltrate our assassins behind the legs of this. There was like a Titan on the table. There was like a fallen, like a dead Titan or whatever as terrain, and we just like hid our assassins behind its legs, and they just couldn't see from where they were sitting. And so they just like sent their fucking Terminators like marching between the legs of this thing. And then it was like an Iron Warriors, just like full command team of fuckheads in Terminator armor. And I charged my Colexus assassin out. I'm like, he was just hiding behind this leg here. And they're like, what? And then he just jumps out and just like did 1 wound to his general, and his general didn't do any wounds back to the Colexus. And he lost combat by 1, and his whole unit just went like, oh, let's run away. And then the Colexus just killed them all. And I was like, yeah, I ate shit. That was like the only time Colexus has done anything in the bunch of times I've used it.
Didn't you guys do like an assassin off in a ZM when we were at Active Heresy 2 or something?
Yeah. I've been trying to make assassins a thing for like the last fucking 30 years. I should say that the reason that the Colexus was able to get its mission done is because Spencer charged his chicken first, and they just fucking blew her away with like Overwatch, and then the Colexus just was like, haha, tricked you. She was just a fucking it was just a distraction. It was a distraction, Calidus. And then he just ran, then he just ran in and like soloed the whole unit.
Just a thirst trap.
Yeah, no, Assassin's good. It was good finally playing, because like last time we've had that second ed event, I ran my Necrons, and that was like such a boring list, man. There's 4 units, and there's no war gear. Oh, there's 1 war gear card, which is a Staff of Light, and there's like 3 weapon, like a gun, and the gun that the destroyers have. So there's like 3 guns.
No.
So it was like, that was kind of boring, but this time I was able to unleash the Eversar with a distraction Imperial Guard army.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So that was good. Good day. Good, nice day out. It was a hot day, but that venue has aircon inexplicably. I thought that didn't have aircon. Like, I was sure that place...
Apparently it wasn't working last time. Yeah, they were talking about that. It wasn't working last time.
Oh, fuck. Thank God for aircon working. It was a very nice day. So, something that wasn't a very nice day was my fucking Thursday. No, wait. When was the roadmap thing? Was it Friday?
Thursday.
Was it Thursday?
Thursday.
Yeah. So something that wasn't a nice day. It was my fucking Thursday, because we got the most nonsense fucking bullshit ever just dumped out by Warhammer Community. Warhammer-Community, which is the fucking site you have to go to see everything, and these guys just like control the fucking Herman. No, who was the propaganda dude from the bad guys in World War II?
Goebbels.
Goebbels, like they're the fucking Goebbels like of Games Workshop. Just these guys who are fucking faceless fucking people or whatever, dumping out these fucking terrible roadmaps. So why can't we just know what's going on in roadmap form when they've done that before? And then why do they have to create this like terrible fucking like what the fuck even what even 20? So it literally says 2025 tanks with a space in between each of the letters of the word tanks.
Look, all I know is there were some things that they released, and there are more things they are going to release. That's it.
That's it.
Science.
So what does that mean? Like, and you know, like, it's not a fucking cheap hobby, right? Like people like to plan ahead for armies and things like that.
They don't want you to do that. They
But
don't want
why
you to
though?
plan
Like
your-
that's
They don't want you to plan what to do with your money. They want you to spend your money when they want you to spend their money.
why do they not want me to make a fully painted army and play their fucking game? Why is that not their thing?
They don't give a shit about you playing their game.
So what-
Like, they don't give a fuck about that. As long as you buy the shit, that's all they care about.
But
They
why
just
am
want
I
you to
buying
buy
it?
new
Why would I
tanks.
buy it then? Unless I'm gonna
Consume.
fucking play
You
it.
need to consume.
Just consume the new plastic product, and then they'll release another one in 6 months, and you'll consume your entire army in that plastic product. And then 6 months later, you'll do a whole new army in a new plastic product.
Because
all
everybody
they
wants a plastic saber, Aquitar, and other thing.
Who wants an Aquitar?
People just want Mark II. Like, has anyone in the Heresy community ever told you guys that? Have you ever had anyone say, "Hey, I wish they'd do Mark II armor"?
I think the
Yes,
the majority of like, you know, the how do they describe it? The vocal
the
minority.
free world wants Mark
The vocal
II.
minority of the heresy community will say you'll see it consistently. It'll be like the first comment is always like, "Hey, can we get breaches? Hey, can we get
breaches.
like
get destroyers.
like upgrades? Can we get destroyers?" It's never like they've given us a lot of tanks, whatever reason is for, probably because they can use that in 40k or whatever.
I don't think they can. I think all that heresy stuff.
I don't know. Look, I don't know. I'm
All
just
that heresy
speculating.
stuff is now legends or whatever in 40k. I'm pretty sure because there was an uproar about it. There was an uproar about it when 10th edition dropped, and they were like, "What? I just bought the new plastic Kratos for my Ultramarines, and I can't use it in like match play."
Okay, well they can do whatever they want in their own house, right? I don't. You know, who gives a shit?
Well, they're just gonna play their mum on the kitchen table. Mom, I'm using non-match play
Your mum on the
rules.
kitchen table.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Good luck. Good luck.
That's a good joke. Yeah, like that's
I
the
don't
thing.
know.
Like, and like, well, I get why they did the Land Rover in the Spartan because it's the same vehicle with just an extra sprue. So, yeah, they're saving money there, heaps of money.
No, like, look, honestly, all the stuff they've done so far, like all the tanks and stuff, that's you want to give that to people because people have like an aversion to resin, which is, you know, it is what it is. It's, you know, it's just a different medium. It can be a bit troublesome to deal with sometimes. You know, those plastic kits tend to fit a lot better. Whether or not they're easier to deal with, like, you know, those Sicarons are in like 1 million fucking pieces.
I'd rather build resin kit. I'd rather build the resin kits than the new plastic ones.
And that's the thing. I don't want to sound ungrateful. I really like the new plastic kits. That's great, but some plastic infantry so we can actually make legal armies would probably be a bit more of a priority.
Yeah. Also, I feel like that, you know, Lethal Weapon. I'm getting too old for this shit. Rig? No, is it Riggs?
Yeah, Riggs and Murtaugh.
Yeah, I'm getting too old for this shit, Riggs. Like,
But
I just can't. I just don't want to sit down. I've got all these Land Raiders, and I'm just like, I can't do it.
Man, but you raised a super valid point about those tech thralls.
Oh yeah, so the tech thralls. Have you heard that these tech thralls have 17 pieces?
That's
Really?
what?
It's not just like a head, torso, arms, and legs. Or...
That's well. I mean, how do you Google that? Is there a way to check the sprue or something? But
And how many
that's
points?
definitely-
And how many points are they, Tim?
that's definitely what people are saying. Like 3 points or something.
What were the Tim? You've got the old resin ones. What were they? That's like two pieces.
Two
the torso.
pieces.
Here's a gun.
Yeah, like the torso, and then and an arm, and then the torso and an arm and a Mitralock arm, or the torso and a Laslock with two arms, and you just slot the torso into this like Y shape.
So I found a picture of the sprue, and it's like the head is a piece, the backpack is a piece, each arm is a piece, each leg is a piece.
Oh, that's too many bits.
Was that 7?
They've got like separate
Is there 10 more
bayonets for
pieces?
their guns. So the bodies are weird. So some of them are like cut off at the knees. Some of them you need to, they're like you put the legs in at the pelvis.
So it's
Obviously
not
the
just
guns
like
are piece. Their chest.
Man,
their chest plate is a bit.
So count them up. Is that just like fucking people talking shit, or is it legit to say that there's 17 parts for a fucking 3-point model? Because it's.
Well, I'm gonna take it. I'm
insanity.
just gonna take a guess here because like the guns are all different too. So, we got 2 arms, 2 legs, a head, the backpack, the torso, the chest plate. If you're gonna put a bayonet, that's one thing. What else looks like there? I guess you can get away. You can say there's 10 if you. Like, I don't know, and saying that I haven't put one together, I'm just looking at the sprue right now. It looks like the max is like 10 or 11.
So yeah, that's like
A lot.
10
a
pieces.
lot,
10 pieces too many for me, bro.
Like a 5-point model.
Yeah, and does it come with it doesn't come with the options, right? Like there's no heavy chain blades, there's no Mitralocks.
I don't know what guns are in there. They look.
It's all just
I don't know.
the one
I
gun,
can
right?
see bayonets.
Can you even take heavy chain blades on it anymore?
Oh
Or
no,
that just-
sorry, yeah.
That is gone.
So in the Legacies document, you can swap their weapon for a chainsword, I think.
No.
Oh.
Yeah,
cool.
it sucks now, man. Like they used to be. Oh, they were so perfect because they were like. Yes, they were fearless, and yes, you had like 20 of them, and they had like a armor save and a feel no pain. But like, there's just no other way to simulate like a whole bunch of Marines like mired in combat with these like just like mindless things. You can't just have them. They can't just be stubborn 6. Like, it's just fucking stupid. They can't just be 5+ armor save. So the bolt guns don't even give them an armor save. Like that's just fucking insane. So
I think I was wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Sorry. I didn't mean to
Okay.
interrupt you.
Yeah, so maybe that is overwrought. As all fucking things
it's
that
all
go
in this
around on the internet, it is overwrought. It's only 11. Well, you can make.
Still not
I'm
superior.
glad we got to the bottom of that though.
Still in the double digits for a 5-point model.
Yeah. It's still unacceptable. That's like 9 parts too many for me, bro. Like it should just be like the body and then the arms and then like how does it get like it's like the space, you know, like when like people who say that we that mankind never went to the moon. They're all like, why have we never been back to the moon? Like, and NASA is like, oh, we just don't have that technology anymore. Like, we just can't.
Lost it.
Yeah, we don't have the technology to do a 2-part model that's fucking sick. Like, that's fucking shits over the thing that is 11 parts. Like, how have they lost that technology? It just feels like they've lost technology. It feels like the original Thralls are now just like a lost ability to create that for some reason. So I don't know. It's crazy. Luckily, I've got 100 painted, so I don't give a fuck.
I
Suck shit.
do have a Mechanicum adjacent query. So I heard you guys talking about it before, and we missed it today. I missed it today because I was out playing Second Dead today. But tell us more about this new book, The Martian Civil War.
That's dog shit.
I know nothing about it except that it's got a cool front cover.
I've heard people comparing it to the Fulgrim book in terms of uselessness, like a whole bunch of reprinted
pretty much
shit
just-
that already exists or something.
It's reprinted PDFs. The only new things in there really are the Trader Mechanicum Warlord traits and the like Dark Techro Mechanicum, like their version of like Reductor and
Techno heresies, they're called.
Techno Heresies. So there's 4 of them. There's 4 new versions of Techno Heresies that are just like the fucking trader version of like Macrotech and Reductome, Myrmidon, etc. And then you get a Krios. Krios is a new option of like a irradiation cannon. So you can either Hellstorm template.
Whoa! Really?
Yeah, that actually looks pretty cool.
It's not MP3,
it's
is
like
it?
occupants of transports.
Holy shit! It's not
Flash
MP3.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's that Kraos thing has two profiles. One of them is like a Torrent Hellstorm template irradiation engine, and the other profile was the beam. So you can just fire it in beam mode, and then if you get a pen on an enemy vehicle, I think it's like strength 7 if you fire it in beam mode.
Yeah.
Everyone inside cops a flashbang hit of like the irradiation engine.
Whoa!
So that's pretty cool. But apart from that, that's the only new mech stuff in there in this entire book. There's like 4 Space Marine characters. There's not even a fucking
What?
like Mechanicum character. So 3 of those Marine characters are just reprints from the what's it called?
Legacies.
Legacies. Yeah. And the other one is an Imperial Fist character, Camber Diaz. So
What the
really?
fuck?
Oh, I'm keen to see that. I've always been interested in him.
and then
So positive.
the other
So positive.
things, like the Demon engines, they're just like printed versions of the PDF that we got like November last year or whatever it was for the Catan, the Brass Scorpion, and Decimator, and what are the other ones?
Blood Slaughterer.
Blood Slaughterer, and then that's it. That's the whole book.
There's some new missions. There's
Sorry, yeah, there is.
That actually looks kind of cool, but like, are you gonna spend $100 just for some missions?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a must-have.
No,
None of those books have been a must-have.
not really, not yet.
Definitely not the Fulgrim one, like with the, Rite of War or whatever, and the different Legion trait. That's just.
Yeah, I would never. I'm an Emperor's Children player, and I'd never play that army list.
So the Martian Civil War was about like 4 Space Marine characters, was it? Or I thought it was about Mechanicum people having Mechanicum having a fucking one of the most insane civil wars ever.
Well, guess what? You were wrong.
You were wrong.
Is there no new special characters? It's just like you just gotta make your own. But you said there's 4 new Techno Arcana. Is that what you said?
Yeah, you got Techno Heresies. So there's 4 new Techno Arcana.
That's pretty good. That's a bunch of
Trader Mechanicum only.
Yeah, that's cool.
They each come with their own warlord trait, and I think each of them have their own different advanced reaction.
Oh, okay.
Advanced reaction for their like separate Techno Arcana. But yeah, Goonhammer's got a thing up already, like a review of the book.
What about Cyberthurgy? Is there a new Cyberthurgy? Trader Cyberthurgy?
Associated with those, yeah, there is.
There is?
Yeah,
four new ones?
Yep. Yeah, 4 new ones.
Whoa, is one of them just like scrap code and shit?
One of them, this Milan, I don't know. I'm just reading off Goonhammer. One of them doesn't have any Arcana associated with it.
Oh, it doesn't it?
Ooh.
There we go. Missed the boat.
Oh.
They had their chance.
Yeah, fuck you, Dono. Disinformation.
Maybe I am the Techno Heresy.
Yeah, he's feeding you scrap code, bro.
Oh, scrap coded me. Scrap coded all over my face.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, if you want the lore, because the book lore and the Apex missions and the characters are all split over 3 events for the Martian Civil War. So, if you're really super keen on it, sure, buy it. But like, I don't think it's a must-have at all.
Yeah. So at some point, Marines did go to Mars right during the Martian Civil War, and were like, "Give us all the good shit," and then took the shit, right?
That's what that Camp years was.
Okay, so so there is that. So that's cool. But I want there's never gonna be like there's. Like when they describe it, you're just like, holy shit, that sounds like fucking insane, because it's just like everything is on fire, like some of the just craziest shit that humans have ever fucking built ever. Just all the most fucking like loco shit where where people are like, you can't build that fucking shit here, you can't build that on Earth, and they're like, fucking send it, we're gonna go to Mars and build shit. Just the craziest fucking shit, and then just Titans just wrecking it all, and just fucking people just losing their minds, fucking like people getting cut down and with it by like nanoviruses and all sorts of fucking just other crazy fucking shit. How do you distill that down to like one book? I don't know. Like
Alan Bly could have done it
with 4 techno.
I bet you could have.
The Dark Mechanicum, didn't they fucking just unleash a bunch of AI as well? Didn't they do that dumb shit?
Well, there's all kinds of, like every possible just thing was like, let's just, and it's just like, just let loose everything. Let loose all the most dangerous shit that we have on Mars and just turn it on each other. Which like sounds fucking cool as fuck. I guess like it's super hard to like simulate what kind of just insane apocalypse world-ending style shit would have happened. But you would think there would be like a new Myrmidon sect or something, or some cool new, I don't know. What about Skitarii? Like, aren't the Skitarii like the protectors on Mars, or are the protectors? Why not? Aren't the Martian protect? Are they the Skitarii? Like, what are the protectors? Because they're in like tons of the shit. What the fuck are they? Like, isn't there a whole bunch of shit on Mars that they just haven't fucking talked about yet?
I mean,
probably.
The Satantia, all sorts of shit.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, hopefully, like, they're slowly going to replace all the Mechanicum stuff, and then in maybe, like, 5 years' time, they'll finally get to, Cyber Hybrid Carnivora and shit like that. And then I'll be
when
like,
we get to Heresy 4.0 in 6 years.
Yeah, now I'm interested, yeah. But I think, like, it's hard to get excited about it now. I want new Iron Hand shit now. After winning more Mechanicum stuff for the last like 10 years. I don't know.
You got Shadrach or something?
But those new Techno Arcanas do sound juicy though. Like, it could be interesting to explore those though. I don't know.
Yeah, probably sounded overly negative about it, but it's not what everyone kind of wanted. It's essentially just, yeah,
it's always disappointing when you got expectations.
Shouldn't we have rules? Shouldn't
light.
Rules for Skitarii come now? Like, wouldn't that be? Were they in the Civil War, or were they not in the Civil War? Like, what were they doing?
Skitarii are like
weren't they made to protect Mars? Did they not fight each other?
The Martians, right?
Yeah.
Like, they'd be everywhere, and they've like never really had rules in Heresy, right? It was the
like they're in the fluff though.
Guard.
They're definitely in the fluff. Like in book, whatever the Space Wolves book is, their exemplary battle has like them and Skitarii, and there's like springy-legged dudes with the fucking swords for hands.
Rust Stalkers.
Ching 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 ching. Yeah, those fucking dudes like the Oscar Pistorius.
Oh fuck! Like... I thought you were talking about the Inspector Gadget sniper guys just going good. Don't bring that.
We need that in Heresy.
More Inspector Gadget.
Like Gasland, Stilts, dude.
More AIDS.
No. Just like Skitarii, like surely Skitarii, like.
What? Well, you got Secutarii in the Titan Legions list, but
yeah, but that's true. No, I want fucking galvanic carbines and shit. Like, I want all the stuff from the fucking art and stuff. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I just thought there would be new Mechanicum units. That's all. Like, if they finally did like a war on Mars, it just seems like there'd be like introducing a whole bunch of new fucking insane shit. Wouldn't that be in the book? Like. Would that be in the index? Is it hidden somewhere in the index, or have you seen all the pages? Is there one of those things where they flip through all the pages? Is there?
There's a glossary, and the glossary just has the 4 demon engines that were put out in that exemplary battle PDF.
No way! Are you serious?
Yeah, and the Krios at the back with the option for what you prefer: lightning cannon, the las pulsar fusel, whatever the fuck it is, the pinning laser destroyer, and then now you've got a radiation cannon. Whoa!
So it sounds like there'll be a new kit for that then.
Yeah, probably.
but no other just new stuff. That's fucking so crazy. Like, surely it's some new Myrmidons or
Something.
Look,
it seems so crazy. Like, what is in this book? Like, what?
Than...
Yeah, what are you buying this book for? Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't get it anymore.
For Camber Diaz. I've been waiting for that guy character since like the start. Like, just have to
you're
make an
getting
army around it.
You're getting.
He's got a pretty cool warlord. He's got a pretty cool warlord trait. He, at the start of one turn of the game, I think it is, he can select a unit including his own, within 3 inches while they're on an objective, and it's like no backward step. I don't know what's it. Hold the line or some shit, and the unit gets fearless for the rest of the game.
Holy shit, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, it's not bad, and he's only 120 points for a Praetor.
Fuck, that's really good.
And then when he's on his last wound, he gets a 4+ feel no pain. It's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's good. I want to know more about his story. Well, I hope there's more story about him in there.
He's got the new classic hero sword that GW is putting on their heresy characters. There's some 2-handed rending 5+ sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can look forward to that. But yeah, otherwise it sounds pretty bland.
Yeah.
And then what else have they got? They got Cadus Nex, so the Raven Guard, Moritat dude. Aster Crone, the Blood Angels Moritat dude, he's got a pretty cool rule, so he can join Inducti, and when he joins Blood Angels Inducti, he can allow them to sweeping advance because their Inducti template doesn't let them, and if they charge, they get +1 attack. So a bunch of despoilers with extra attacks is always fun.
Oh, that's actually not bad at all.
That's
probably
not as
the
cool
boost
as
those
giving-
Inducti need.
That's not as cool
Not
as
as cool as
D3
your-
units shred.
Shred.
No, that is fucking sick.
Yeah, giving D3 destroyer
Destroyers.
units spread on their hand flamers is nowhere near
As
as
if
good.
they needed that. Yeah.
They need that. Of course they need that. Everyone needs more hand flamers.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's not that toxic there. It's not like Aster fucking Crohn's disease.
The last character was... You sent them to me. Hang on. Katie's next. Oh, wait. That's not...
Astercrone, Gamma Diaz.
Diaz. Oh. That's it.
So
No, there was...
Is that it?
That's one more character.
What's the story though? Do they just fucking get in some ships and go to Mars and just tell some cunts to back off and take their shit, or is there fighting? Or
So one story is Gamma Diaz going to get a bunch of new like power armor and stuff from Mars. So it's actually based on the fluff in the book that I think Michael's referred to.
Yeah.
So there's that part of the phase. There's a part where Astercrone takes a bunch of Inducti and goes and does a hit on attacks.
what's some trader guy?
No, he's a loyalist Blood Angel dude. He attacks the trader Mechanicum on Mars, and I think he's got a Apex mission based around his mission. It's like the Apex mission. He gets sent there to essentially kill Titans and fucking super heavies. So the Apex mission is the Blood Angel player or the attacker gets points for killing super heavies and Lords of War, and the defender Mechanicum player gets points for units that are killed by their Lords of War, which is kind of cool. And then the Cadus Nex has an Apex mission. It's based on the Raven Guard killing the enemy Warlord on HQs, and the defenders killing the Raven Guard. I think it's elite choices or something like that. So the Apex missions seem kind of cool. Something different at least. But yeah.
When does Crone fucking... When does that happen? Is that during Solar War?
No,
I'm
it's
not
like-
too sure, man.
Apparently, yeah, who fucking knows? When
It's
supposed to be
before the Solar War? Is that
I
true?
think Corax is supposed to be involved, so it's before. It's like when Corax goes to the Emperor and it's like, "Hey man,
Watchful Corax.
can I get some secrets to making Astartes really quickly?" And he's like, "Yeah, no problem. Also, go to Mars and just assassinate some people for me, and then you can have it."
Actually do a hit? Like, that's an...
Yeah, actually do it here. Yeah.
Get your ass
Actually
to
do it.
Mars.
Cue to him just, like, shredding a whole bunch of just, like, fucking robo-boys.
Oh, sorry.
The Perditum incursion.
It's only 3 characters and Krios rules. That's the additional units in the book.
What? Well, so what?
Yeah.
So one of the things that I... and this may sound autistic, I don't know. But like one of the things, and like I have tons of like RPG books and things like that, and one of my things is when I'm looking through one of these books is playable content, just like stuff you can actually play. Like, could you run an event with using any of the stuff in this book? Can I incorporate this into my everyday gaming? You know,
The Relic Hunt missions you might be able to, but they look fun.
Yeah. So yeah. What amount of playable content is it? Like, is it 25%? Like, you're talking about 4 pages of actual rules for your new shit, and I mean, if you're not any of those 4 legions, then you're shit out of luck.
You're not any of those 3 legions or a Mechanicum player. You get essentially the new Relic Hunt missions and like how to run a Mars campaign using the Age of Darkness campaign set, which is just slightly different campaign stratagems you can get if you play the campaign set. I don't think I've talked to anyone that's actually played a campaign from any of these books yet, but they seem okay. I mean,
and are the rules written around Mechanicum on Mechanicum action? Is it like specified in these scenarios? Is it like this is intended for Mechanicum v Mechanicum Civil War, or is it just like, so my Iron Hands and my Raven Guard, we're gonna verse each other in a Martian Civil War? Is that cool?
It's like the other 2 books, though, like Beta Garmin and Siege of Cathonia. If you play the Siege of Cathonia campaign, there's a bunch of stratagems, like campaign stratagems, so they're once per campaign use, and they allow you to do something different in that game. And they're based in each book, like the Siege of Cathonia are like Imperial Fists, Sons of Horus specific, and just general. For Cathonia's kind of like mission / like battlefield area. The ones for Mars, there's like I've only seen 3. One of them is you can select a stratagem once. If your automata get removed on a 6-up, they can come back from reserves. So if you play like a bunch of automata and like you play a game, you just get absolutely tabled and use that stratagem. You can, on a 6-up, it's real niche, but you can bring that automata unit back, I'm pretty sure. Another one allows you to ignore the Lords of War Titan point restrictions for Titans.
Wasn't that in the other books?
Yeah, that was in Cathonia as well, I think. So that's not new.
But for some reason, people went crazy for it when they saw it. Because the community, like Warhammer community, put it in a post.
Yeah, because I don't think the general community's read the other campaigns to know that it already existed. So, like, you can run a Warlord Titan as a 3K game if you use that stratagem, if you have one laying around for whatever reason.
Actually, no, having said that, a Warlord Titan is not like a fucking Purge Master like it used to be. Like,
yeah, it's changed significantly.
Yeah, so I had a Reaver Titan and a Warhound fire all of their whatever that is, 1, 2, 3, 5 weapons, 5 Titan weapons, into my into a 10-man Terminator squad, Iron Hands Terminator squad, and they only killed 8 of them from all 5 of those.
Welcome to Heresy 2.0.
Yeah, and but however, in return, I teleported in like a 10-man Terminator squad and just charged one like the Warhound, I think it was, or it might have been the Reaver, and it's fucking like weapon skill 8. So you're just like, oh, okay, I just feebly fucking just like try and sort of clonk at you with my fucking thunder hammers and shit. Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah. So I think there's some playability in there if you wanted to play a Martian campaign or you wanted to use the Dark Mechanicum rules, any of those 4 Techno Heresies.
I guess they've got to make this campaign as broad as possible, right? Because if you have new players, people want to run their stuff. They just want new missions and stuff to play at the
Relic Hunt missions could be good because Beta Garmin was just a reprint of the Siege of Cathonia mission pack. There was nothing changed there. They were the same 5 missions. So at least there's 5 new missions you can play in Age of Darkness whenever, which is good, I suppose. Keep it fresh.
Yeah, more missions are better. And like, if someone's running like monthly events, you know, you can just go like, hey, we're playing these missions this month. Boom. Easy content. So there is a bit of play. There's a bit of playability in there. Hopefully the fluff is good. I haven't like how many pages of fluff is there? Is it like 80 pages of fluff, or is it like? Because there's so little fluff about like Mechanicum. You know, like even in the other books,
So
there's only about like
fluff.
10 pages.
goes from page 6 to page 72.
Whoa. Okay,
What's
so
that?
now you have my attention.
66 pages of fluff, apparently. 10 of them are probably cartoon color plates like we've been getting recently with the Soul of the Support Legions.
20 of those pages will be about Canberra Diaz. Another 20 pages about Crohn's disease, and then 20 pages about just like Mechanicum stuff.
Funny you say that. So the Death of Innocence, which is Canberra Diaz's little lore segment, is 16 pages. The
Perdutum Incursion
is like another 16 pages, and the War Master's Arrival is 26 pages. So like, yeah, I don't know. Most of that's going to be marine fluff.
Yeah, I'll give it a read. I'm not going to rush out and buy it, but I'll thumb through someone's copy one day.
Yeah.
Hey, Dono, while you're looking at that thing, does it say Arlatax on there? Arlatax near...
No Arlatax. You're not getting plastic Arlatax. Everyone is very sad.
Because it's not on the roadmap either.
Not on the roadmap. You're going to have to wait for your...
There was nothing on the roadmap. There wasn't even a picture of a street.
No. Do you want to talk about how disappointing the roadmap is?
Yeah.
Or again?
Yeah, why not?
haven't we?
Do we need to?
Didn't I already say how it ruined my Thursday? Like,
It's just ruined your Thursday. I think it ruined everyone's Thursday.
I saw a lot of angry comments after that.
Have you guys heard the rumors going around about 3.0?
Oh no, what's that?
Oh man, I swear to God, I hope they do not fucking tie Heresy to this stupid 3-year fucking edition cycle.
This could be like a whole, I don't know, man. This could be like a whole nother episode of like
a whole nother episode if you want.
Oh really? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
So much,
is it that deep?
There's so much shit.
Yeah.
We're an hour and a half in now. Like, can you tell us in like 10 minutes?
So like, the rumor is that Rights of War are gone.
Okay, wait, hold on. This is round the traps.
Oh yeah, this is like its own segment, right?
We're going deep into a round the traps segment. Okay, so this is just preface this. You got to preface it. You don't want lawyers. You don't want to have like games. You don't like you know Nottingham has like just like it's built on like this really soft sandstone, and there's like hundreds and hundreds of of tunnels and chambers underneath Nottingham.
The Assassin Clade started with the fucking legal team for GW.
Yeah, in these sandstone cellars and tunnels.
So I've heard via Carrier Pigeon and War Dog notes from the front that Rights of War are probably possibly gone, and they'll be replaced with attachments and special characters. So like Sigismund and Abaddon, etc., will unlock kind of the Rights of War unlocks from old. So like if you as an example, if you took Sigismund, you could take Templar Brethren's troops. You wouldn't, apparently. So that's a rumor.
I hope that's not true, because that's just going to lead to a whole heap of dumb shit cookie cutter armies. Yeah, that sounds horrible.
The other one is that...
Are they basing these armies around existing cookie cutter like net lists?
Yeah, dude, it's not that much different. You're saying everybody in Raven Guard army these days?
Mm.
Well, that's because there's several legions that are significantly worse off than others, and there's only 1 or 2 viable builds.
The other rumor is you'll have detachments, kind of like a Limp. So you'll have like your air assault detachment or like a demi company, etc. Kind of like back into 7th edition where you had detachments and you got like rhinos for free for taking the battle company. But you have
the other rumor. So there's multiple rumors from different sources.
Multiple rumors. There's conflicting
competing
rumors about what's changing.
And where are they coming from?
So you have detachments from the motherland, from the Great London.
I've heard that there's playtesters are rebelling or something, or playtesters have said stuff.
Oh, so a lot of the playtesters are frustrated. Apparently, this is what I've heard from whatever source, that they get shitty because they give feedback and it's just not taken because it's not what how do I say this? It's not as financially advantageous as what they've written the rules originally.
Yeah, and that's exactly what was crossing my mind when they're like, oh yeah, let's make it detachments, so you have to buy this.
So if they're already playtesting this 3rd edition, then it's on its way then, right? Like,
It's on its way.
When
It's on its
are
way.
we talking?
it's
Like,
on
are we
its way.
talking 2025, 2026?
No,
Like, what are we?
25. It's the 3-year cycle. It's Heresy. The rumor is Heresy surprised the shareholders by its popularity so much that it's now their third flagship game.
Yep,
And
and this will kill it, and this will kill it.
And it's now going to be on a 3-year
The
cycle.
only reason it was so good is because of its super stable 10-year long meta, like, where you could play the same shit. Like, I was literally just, like, going through my Quartermaster, finding lists from, like, 10 years ago, and just pulling them out and being like, or you know, like, 8 or 9 years ago or whatever, and being like, I'm going to use this list, and just, like, you know, I only barely have to change, you know, like, a few points, like 10 to 15 points, and then just, like, throw down and still be effective, like, still be fine. Just changing the meta, like the last meta shift was just like savage enough, and if they don't just, who knows?
The other rumor is with detachments, Legion specific detachments will exist. So kind of like in the new Limp book, the Talon book, there's Iron Warrior, Alpha Legion, and Iron Hand specific detachments you can run Limp now. So that's also rumored to be coming into Heresy, so like that's a thing. And then on top of that, some detachments won't be available to certain legions. So like legions that are typically not doing drop pod assaults or like Angel's Wrath or airborne assaults or whatever, they won't have access to those detachments. This is all speculation.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that. I mean, it's flavorful, but I don't know if I like it. I like everybody having access to everything, and I like the idea that some legions are better with those assets than other legions, but I don't like the idea of just legions being flat out denied the ability to use that shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be messy if it goes that way. If it goes the way of special characters unlock detachments, it's going to be
horrid.
It's going to be a horrid meta chasing. Everyone has a special character, fucking cookie cutter.
And it's going to go, oh yeah, so in this game, my Sigismund killed his Sigismund.
Yeah. We have 7 Abaddons at this event this weekend. Yeah, cloning or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds yuck.
It sounds like War Machine. Remember War Machine was like that? You had to choose a character. Fucking, it's just.
Well, let's not Chicken Little over it yet. We'll just hear some more rumors.
No, not yet.
But, yeah.
And then
see, there's already competing rumors, which is insane shit. Maybe they have like maybe they've sent out like decoy playtest.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Maybe it's just part of an elaborate fucking like little finger style witch hunt.
Yeah.
The other, I think, the next most upsetting rumor, I don't know if it's more or less upsetting than the No Rights of War, is that the new rules, if it doesn't come in the box, there's no rules for it.
Ooh.
So if you if the Praetor
unit by unit basis.
Unit by unit basis, right? So if you get a Praetor, if they make a multi-part plastic Praetor box and it only comes with Paragon Blade and Power Fist, there's no, apart from like maybe Legion specific, this is the rumor, there's no like, I want him to have a Charnable Tabor, I want him to have a Thunderhammer or like an Disintegrator or something.
That's fucking horrible, because that's one of my biggest things that I hate about looking at 40k these days, just the cookie cutter characters. I have to play this character with this loadout.
Dude, it's bad enough in Heresy now with the whole literally the Thunderhammer or fucking Paragon Blade. Which one are you going to choose? And it's just like, well, probably Thunderhammer.
Caveat that rumor, it's the least. It's probably going to be the least likely to happen, but it's probably the most upsetting, right?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. They're rumors until we see otherwise. So it's probably a year, like a little while off, but it'll be interesting to watch that space.
Yeah.
You can't lose that modularity. You can't lose that like finesse of being able to like fucking move stuff around on a list. Being able to like make everything WYSIWYG and like that's just fucking that's ridiculous. That's terrible.
Well,
so hopefully this is all just like made up decoy shit, you know, like decoy things being sent from those tunnels.
In saying that, the good thing that we have is almost a complete rule set with complete armies. So if this next one is complete trash, we can at least, because the new box set, if they do they'll probably do a new box set that'll have all the stuff that people have been waiting for, like I don't know, Mark II breaches and Mark IV assault or some shit like that in it. So people will buy it, but we can still play 2.0.
Yeah, Jeff and I were joking that we're just going to go back to Garage Hammer days and get all the black books off the shelf and just play 1.0 again.
Fuck yeah, with just our cool new models.
1.0.
1.5.
I'm still
Oh,
on my red
1.5.
books.
Okay, I
don't
thought you
have
said
any black ones.
1.0. I was like, geez, that's really like a hard line.
1.5, sorry.
Yeah,
Back when-
1.5 is pretty
Well,
sweet.
I was about to say, like, you're a Maritad fan, hey?
Oh yeah, they
I
can
don't-
just
I've
keep shooting.
I've never had a Moritat.
Oh, okay. You know, it was a that's a Maritad joke. Don't worry.
I wouldn't get it.
Yeah, like that's the first. Did you play first edition?
No, I just play 1.5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Maritats like the first version of Maritats was just so apeshit. It's literally been nerfed like 4 or 5 times. You used to be able to just shoot endlessly from each gun until you rolled a 1, and then they were like, oh, okay, we need to make it like you can only fire up to 12 shots, and then like, oh, okay, we need to make it you can only fire up to 12 shots, and if you roll a 1, you stop, and then I think there's another nerf. Oh, and also you can't use any kind of special rules or anything.
It also like overheated on a 2 at one stage. I think they got rid of that one pretty quick.
Fuck. Sounds like a rough time to be on the receiving end of a Moritat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but like it was pretty rare to see a Maritat back in the old days, I reckon.
Yeah. But yeah, I think those are the two most prevalent or like most spoken about rumors on the rumor mill. I don't know, Jeff, is there any other?
Yeah, tell us
Any other
something.
ones?
Tell us the most like craziest rumor you've heard, Jeff. And if you don't have a crazy rumor,
Just
just
make one up.
Make one
Make
up on the
one
spot. Yeah.
But
But don't make it obvious you're making it up.
Fine.
Oh, and don't tell us if you're making it up.
Sorry. Oh, okay.
Menacing
all
pod.
Space Marines are now 2 wounds. Intact wounds.
What? Oh my
To
god.
reflect their power on the battlefield because there'll be more solar auxiliary or something.
Total nerf to termies. Now termies, I just don't have anything.
No, we make Terminators 3 wounds. Don't worry.
Oh yes.
We gotta deal with brutal somehow, right?
I wish, yeah. Oh, it's yeah. I wish. So you know, like in 1.5, I think the balance is pretty good. I think if you wanted to make like Marines better, you could just give them all relentless, and give them all feel of pain 5+, and then they would really just like stomp the fucking shit out of out of humans and anything under humans. But yeah, there's I don't know. Like, why do they need to change the rules all the time? Like,
Well, money
They gotta sell more product.
Yeah.
Sell
Sell
more
more
product.
profit.
Consume more product.
but can't they
They do
just
not
do
give a
box
fuck.
sets? Like, can't they just do more box sets? Like, because what is that? What do they sell in the rule books? It's the rule books that they want to sell.
What's the
I think they just want
rules
to
when
sell
they
everything.
sell everything. So, like, if they bring out a new edition next July, which is pretty much going to happen, you're going to have to buy a whole other set of books.
Oh,
So
next
there's, what,
July.
300
Wait,
bucks?
hey, you didn't say next July. When is this? Is this
Oh, well, that's the release window for their flagship game. So it was July this year for Age of Sigmar, June, July. It was June, July last year for Leviathan, and 2022 was June, July for Heresy 2.0.
Oh, so you're saying like 40k shit more
40k Sigmar Heresy.
Heresy are in this like every 3-year cycle thing now.
Yeah. So what, you're going to have to spend $400 in rulebooks, cut down half the Amazon, and then like your Legion will probably be made redundant. So you're going to have to spend half the amount you spent originally making it like not viable, but usable again. And then, yeah, whatever they want to push.
Yeah.
I've got an actual rumor this time.
Alright.
You're gonna like this. So this is massively contradictory. So one group of people are saying it's a 2.5. So it's just gonna be like an FAQ edition. Just tighten some stuff up,
Yeah.
change a few things.
Like with
right?
Necromunda,
Everyone's fine
like
with
they
that,
did
right?
the new Necromunda, yeah.
Yeah, no problem, right? But then the other side is saying it is actually a significant overhaul.
Mm.
The other
Complete
side is saying
complete
it's
change.
complete change because the 2.0 rules were half baked. They're saying they weren't finished. they weren't exactly the game system they wanted to release due to COVID and playtesting, etc. So they just released it anyway as an interim.
Brexit, COVID, race riots, and stuff.
Yeah, it's hard to write a game when you're race right.
All legacy models gone. Bye. All of that.
I just bought some.
So no Land Raider Achilles for you. No Lightnings.
Favorite tank.
No
That's
Avengers.
I just bought one. I just bought 2 of them.
Oh, we just saw one in like parts in a bag at a bring and swap and no, it was a plastic and resin by weight thing.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Like all the parts in a bag for that, just like, and it was like what was it, like 30 cents per gram of resin? Or whatever
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That's pretty cheap for a bag. Um,
Of resin, yeah.
All the Legion traits that
In
you
Minecraft?
see in the Beta Garment book for the Shadow Legion stuff.
that's the new Legion
That's
traits.
that's sort of what you can expect for your Legion traits going forward.
Yeah, that's the other rumor. Yes, thanks for. Yeah, that's the other thing. Because
Sorry, I had to look them up. Sorry.
so the Shadow Legion traits are apparently kind of the alpha fucking playtesting for the new Legion traits moving forwards.
So, is there any examples of how much of a fucking huge overhaul quote it is, or is it just
No,
like,
I don't have any examples of that.
there's no examples? Okay, all right.
No.
That's just
The other-
So we have the timeline, which is July next year. We have 2 paths. Either could be valid, or either could just be bullshit. They could just be smoke and mirrors.
Absolute dog shit.
No pun intended.
And the release box for 3rd edition, whatever, 2.5, will be Mark II boys, but it's like Salamanders versus Iron Warriors or something.
Salamanders
That's what I
versus Iron Warriors.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean on whatchamacallit? Was it the one where there's the trio of like tech priests?
Oh,
no?
dude,
Medoza?
that's like
Mazoa?
no,
Mazoa?
Mazoa. Yeah, the Siege of Mazoa. Yeah, that's a fucking sick
Yeah.
story.
That would be cool.
That's not a fucking volcano planet.
Oh yeah. Do we want to go over the rumors for units? It's Mark II in plastic. The new rapiers, because there's new color plates of rapiers in the Beta Garland book, and Saturnine Terminators.
Oh, I understand.
Ooh.
Dreadnought, I heard as well.
Whoa, Saturday
Yeah.
Chinese. Whoa, yeah. Now I'm fucking okay.
Right, so now there's some good. So now there's some good in there.
So actually, this
It's
is
not
going
all
to be.
bad.
I did sound negative earlier, but if it does move to a limp style detachment,
You went to a dark place for a
with-
minute there. You were just like, it's fucking bullshit. Like,
Yeah, if it moves to a limp style detachment, and you still have access to essentially what are Rights of War, but they're just labeled detachments, so you have multiple. primary
why do they
detachments.
want to make it more restrictive and stuff? I just don't understand. Like, what? Why do they want to make it more restrictive? Like, what does that?
Consume.
I
don't
think
know.
because you consume and you're spending money in a way that they want you to. So like I've got the new Limp book, and it has like an Iron Hands attachment where it's like you must take. So for one it's a formation. Sorry, I get those two mixed up in Limp. There's a formation. There's one detachment where it has to be 4 Sicarons, and they have to be like the base ones out of the box. There's another detachment which is another 4 Sicarons that have to be based out of the box. And then another detachment in that formation, which is like a whole new box of those new tiny plastic sabers.
Yeah, so that's what you're looking at potentially. So like if it does move towards that for 3.0, you get not an Iron Warrior detachment or whatever, and it'd be Iron Hands, and yeah, you'd have like a Sicaran Master of Armor, a couple of Sicarans, and then sabers. That's your Iron Hands Right of War detachment.
Well, it sounds like it's a good time to be running a tank painting classes and things like that.
Getting everyone ready for that.
All these
It's
people
excellent time.
having all these
Everyone come along.
people having all these bulk Rhino chassis, Land Raiders, sabers, whatever else they cook up. I mean,
If it goes well, we'll do an advanced tank painting class.
yeah.
We'll do a Sicaran.
I was thinking of Predator, but yeah, okay, sure, whatever.
No, Sicarans would be good because it's got all those different angles.
Yeah, they're
Predator's
pain in the
just
ass to fucking build though.
well, we don't have to build them. People that attend
That's
the course
true,
have to
yeah.
build them. We only have to build one each. And I painted 9 in a week. So
And I'm sure
they're
you could
easy.
outsource that too.
I can outsource it to me.
Well, we've got 15 minutes left. Now, Jeff, as you know, our Horus podcast is a audio record of everything that happens in the Horus Heresy
Yeah.
full stop. So, for the record, we need to know everything that came out while we haven't done a podcast, which was
Man, you're lucky that I
December
pulled it
last
up.
year.
So I've gone back to December. And we've
So we've got 15 minutes. Do you reckon?
Okay,
you can...
right. Blood Angel upgrade pack, Bile Predator upgrade pack, and the Blood Angel armory thing. Any comments?
Cool.
Yeah, I like
No,
them.
I like it.
Good,
But except
good.
like the contents are pretty cynical of the
Okay.
actual kits.
Oh yeah.
All right. Do we need to say any more about? No. Okay. Solar Auxilia, Basilisk, and Medusa in plastic.
Very nice.
Very nice. We like it. Okay,
although I've
good.
got 3 in resin, so I'm kind of like,
Hermes Light Sentinel Squadron. So the little baby sentinels for Solar Auxilia.
I really like the rules. I don't like paying $80 for 2.
That's
Yeah.
true for 2 14-point models.
Yeah, crazy
Yeah.
price. I think I will get a couple of those to run as Sentinels for a 40k second edition Gene Steel cult.
They are very
Sentinels. Yeah, because they're just like a dude hanging out. You can give him like a big purple fucking alien dome.
We got rules for the Blood Angel Sanguinary Guard, which people absolutely loved.
Yep.
I actually really liked it.
I think
Unpopular
they're cool.
opinion.
I actually think
I think
they're good rules.
I think they're a really cool unit, and I think they're better than people are giving them credit for.
What-
Especially when you chuck in a cheeky Paragon Blade per 5.
Yeah, that's nasty.
What's the TLDR on the people outraged about the models or the rules, the free rules?
They don't have an invuln save or something.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Oh, they're just like, why would I take Sanguinary Guard when I can take Dawn Breakers? We didn't need another Assault jump pack unit.
Because
They're cool. They all have perdition weapons.
Because every Blood
Like,
Angels
they're all
player
sick.
already, true Blood Angels players though, I reckon if you like asked actual people who have a Blood Angels army, they'll be like, "Fuck yeah, another jump pack unit! Fucking suck my dick!" Like Blood Angels players love that shit. So and then
Yeah, the
and
small
it's-
minority love it, but the
and then
majority
just
that are just like,
yeah, fuckheads,
how do I win with
fuckheads who
this?
never gonna play Blood Angels anyway are just like, I'm not fucking like what? Okay, well.
yeah.
Well,
Jeez.
it's a thing, and I can just learn to love it or leave it.
Well, just wait till 3rd edition. Oh no, wait, was it 3rd edition? Yeah, just wait till 3rd edition.
Yeah, it'll be 3rd edition.
Yeah, and then it'll all be fucking illegal and anyway.
it'll be illegal again. Legions Astartes Mark III Command Squad and Mark
yes.
IV Command Squad.
Yeah, the command squad's great.
Yeah, I really like the Mark III.
Squad.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool, sweet. There's lots of cool bits in there. I really like the banners they put in there. Then we have the characters from Beta Garment. So we have Hibel Khan. He's got like
Cool dude.
double Dow thing.
Yeah.
Little Horus Axeman. He's not my favorite model out of that range.
No,
Fucking
pretty
shield or something.
missed the mark. Missed the mark on that model.
Shadrach Medusan. He's pretty cool. I'm not a big fan that he's like fucking like he's kind of got one of his eyes closed, like aiming his bolter. Seems a bit silly, but he's a cool. Other than that, he's a cool model. Tybolt Mar, which is my favorite out of those 4. He's got like big fucking wicked sword.
Is that the Hunt Master?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a Fractal
Yeah.
Reaver or whatever the fuck it's called? Fractal
I had a-
Harrower or some shit?
Yeah.
Fractal Harrow Blade? Is that what it's called?
No, the Coal Blade.
Oh, the Cold Blade, okay.
So he's I actually thought about. I nearly wanted to do Sons of Horus because of that model. That was how much. What else we got? Limp. We don't care about Limp, do we?
Well, both your Quarto and your business partner
My
over there
sidekick,
both
yeah,
both have
got Sons of
sidekick,
Horus.
yeah. Both have Sons of
we are
But all 3 of you could have
Horus.
had Sons of Horus. You could have been the Sons of
Yeah.
Horus boys.
And
I
then
saw
obviously today. Oh well, obviously the Beta Garment book came out as well. So whatever. The Martian Civil War book came out today, and with that came all plastic. So Triaros, Castellax,
Mm-hmm.
Thalax, the Tech Thralls,
Mm-hmm.
and this plastic spear like Archmagos Prime, which I think is a pretty cool model.
Yep.
Oh, and a plastic Thanatar.
Oh, Plastic Thanatar as well. So that was
Yeah,
that
only
jumped forward
the
to me.
mortar option. Only the mortar
Yeah.
option, not the best sniper in the game.
The Helix
Paragon
Plasma
Metal
Mortar, yeah.
Yeah. They got dice. If anyone cares about dice.
So
Oh,
has anyone got
plastics.
has anyone got the new Thalax?
No.
No.
The thing I'm most excited about is that now that they have 3D files for Thalax, there'll be like there'll be a Joy Toy Barbie doll sized Thalax coming for sure.
Oh, you can go to bed with it.
That's all I've
Yeah.
wanted since the very first Joy Toy I saw. I was like, oh my god, maybe they'll fucking do it. And then they finally did like a Mark III, like Imperial Fist fucking guy, whatever. And I was just like, oh fuck, it's gonna happen! Oh my god! And I've just been praying for it every single day, praying to the Omniscient.
Yeah, you'll get it. You'll get it.
Oh,
I just want that. I just want that Joy Toy. I just want that Thalax Joy Toy.
Oh, how could you not mention the Riven
I
Hound?
forgot
He's a
about
cool
him.
dude.
He's like
He's cool dude.
main character in that book. So Endred Ha, the big fucking more Solar Auxilia crap. So like Las Rifles, Command Section, Malkador tank, different versions of Lemon Ross.
Malkador tank's nice. Michael got a Malkador, didn't you?
Yeah, I won one. Yeah, at that last.
You won one.
What'd you get that for?
Yeah. I think me and my partner had best painted army.
Yeah. Oh,
wow,
yeah. We
that's-
forgot
that's
to. I
surprising.
forgot to say Michael also won Best Painted at this second ed event as well for his Dark
excellent.
Angels army, which was fucking sick as fuck. And you'll be able to see pictures on at EOH Foundry
Foundry.
very
Oh, I'll
soon.
put some up eventually. Yeah.
I'll send you some too, Michael.
we
I've
got,
got a bunch.
We got the game-breaking Black Shields and Shadow Legion rules that people weren't or were happy with.
No, that's
Depending who
that's
you
the
ask.
Beta Gamma book.
Have you
Like,
seen
that's-
anyone running the Shattered Legions?
Yes.
People have tried. Yeah.
What is it
People have
like?
tried.
Is it just
How did it
insane?
go?
Is it insane mind games?
People are trying. They're trying to use Shadow Legion rules, but they haven't painted a Shadow Legion army. So they're just like, oh, these dudes are Alpha Legion, these dudes are Imperial Fist, or something like that. And it's like, okay, sure.
And they're like the dude I played. He like mixed all the rules together. So he's like, I've got Imperial Fist and I've got Alpha Legion. So I get those rules plus the Shadow Legion rules. So I had to be like, no, dude, you've got a completely different army. You just use the Shadow Legion traits. You don't use the home Legion rules. And he got really shitty.
Interesting. And what about Black Shields? I've seen lots of people painting up Black Shield armies. Like I've seen much more like excitement about the Black Shields than the...
Yeah, well, I think the people who are enthusiastic about Black Shields are actually they're actually enthusiastic about it. So they actually are doing conversion work and paint, like, you know, they're not just like, oh, I can just run my.
Oh, instead of trying to make like
fuck
cynical fucking majority mix lists or some shit to get the best best stats at any time. Yeah, that's that's crazy.
how much longer?
That's
There's a few more that I have missed.
Some next level mind games. Oh, we still got 6 minutes.
So Aethon Heavy Sentinel, the Heavy Sentinel. Some transfer
pass.
sheets. Yep, who cares? And the Siegebreaker console, like a fat boy with a hammer.
Siegebreaker console. Oh, yep. Oh, Michael's got 2 of those Aethon things, don't you? The Sentinels?
I got the ones that come in the box set. Yeah.
That's a Heavy
Gotcha.
Sentinel, right? That's an
Yeah,
Aethon?
I think so. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to ask Tommy how those go. He's got like a whole army of like Sentinels.
Yeah, I've had some people rate them. If there's like specific builds, and you just got to sort of build and play with them the right way. Otherwise, yeah, like with anything.
I think that's it. I think I've gone through everything.
That's everything?
If I've missed something, that's everything in the past six months since you guys recorded.
Oh, no,
That sounds like
no
a
it's
pretty
longer
good
than that.
Sorry,
It's
8 months.
September,
It's
yeah.
August.
It's the
Yeah,
31st.
fuck.
I think the last episode we did was before Christmas, wasn't it?
When-
It was
when
definitely
did
before
the-
Aya Horus
when-
Con.
When did the Solar Auxilia boxes come out?
Like during the year, apparently. Like since you guys have, it's like since before.
After
Since
Aya
around
Horus Con?
Eye Forest Con, yeah. Since
Yeah,
a bit
yeah.
after Eye Forest Con, yeah. I think they were supposed to come out like 2 weeks after that or something.
Yeah.
And
Because I
that's it.
did end up getting a couple of those because I'm definitely going to do a solar army.
Yeah, good. I need
At
to
some
see
stage.
more of them. I've always wanted to do like a Freedom Force with like mixed Raven Guard and Solar Auxilia.
Well, that's my big problem now. I don't know what I want to paint them. I don't know whether I want to be beholden to a Legion and try and go for a matchy color scheme, or just make my own fucking just Solar Auxilia color scheme and make my own random cohort.
Yeah, just go for like just space operator dudes who are just like.
Sorry, there is one thing I forgot. How could I forget them? Plastic Castigator and Acheron Knights. Like 20
Oh yeah. Hey, is there rules for the Dominus, for the Knights Dominus yet in 2.0? There isn't, is there?
Nah, not that I know of.
Yeah.
Unless there
There'd be a Legacies or something, but I'm not even sure if there is a Knights legacy of the Knights.
Yeah, that's it. That's everything. Outside of like that's 28 mil at least.
Yeah, so it's all good stuff. It's just like it's just non-stop tanks and things have been coming out. But yeah, that Mark III. I've actually got my hands on some of that new Mark III now, like the ones with the sort of more sleek sort of whatever beetle plate armor. But I'm using them to make some like Chaos Space Marines for second ed, and it's perfect for that. Just put like a Chaos Marine backpack on. I've got a ton of from third edition, like because I in third edition through till. Yeah, basically just like third edition. I had like a Emperor's Children army using remember like the good book, the 3.5 Chaos Marine book.
Oh, the Sacred Codex.
The Sacred Tome. I had an Emperor's Children army, and then Jervis fucking Hack Johnson like just created fourth edition and just homogenized everything into a pile of shit. And I was like, oh well, fuck that. So from that era, I've got like a whole ton of just like third ed plastic Chaos Marine heads, like just so I've been putting those onto that Mark III. Oh my god, it looks so good. Put a chain bay on there, Chaos Marine backpack and helm, and then put like a Chaos Marine shoulder pad on one of the shoulders. Mwah, chef's kiss. It's really nice armor.
That's it. That's all the releases. That's the stuff. That's what your audience have been craving.
When did the Mark 7 jump packs come out? Because I have some of those as well.
Oh, Mark 6.
Maybe that was
Mark 6. Sorry, Mark 6 Assault.
Mark 6 Assault came out this year because I got 50 of them and I haven't done anything with them.
I don't like them personally, but that's just me.
I got some once again for second hand.
There's been some really good stuff come out. A majority of it's been pretty good, actually.
All the Solar Auxiliary stuff is really good, like all the redesign of the tanks and stuff.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed looking at that. I can't wait to start building them.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's end this on a positive note. I think like it's been balanced, and plus like we haven't done any podcasting for like 6 months. Like it feels like forever. Been doing 8 months. Sorry.
We've actually been playing a whole heap of games and getting a whole heap of modelling done, and actually, just doing hobby instead of talking about it.
Yeah. Like we was kind of like, let's do a hobby sabbatical, and then we were like, we've just been playing games. That new Elden Ring thing came out, so Michael's been playing that. He's also been painting second ed stuff. I've just been like slugging through this Imperial Guard army, and now I'm going to work on a old world army, but what we're doing is we're playing Mod Hymunda, so we're making 500 point. It's a 500 point slow grow for the old world, but we're playing Mod Hymunda using models from our first 500 points, so we can run through the streets and hit each other with flails and shit, and then just our warbands can grow into the old world armies. So that should be good. That's our Necromunda group is doing that, and then. What else have we been doing? We've been playing tons of second ed. We've been playing Heresy every month. We played in the doubles event. Sean, I was partnered with Sean. You were partnered with Blake.
Yep.
Like Blake's fucking like wet dream.
Yeah, it was a good day. We had good fun.
Playing Heresy games with fucking just like insane pre-painted armies. Yeah.
It's been fun.
Yeah, we've played some games at a couple of different other venues as well.
Yeah, so we have been getting to Heresy on.
Yeah, so we've been playing tons of shit. And we've been playing D&D. Like I've been DMing a D&D campaign, and I have a whole bunch of things going on in that campaign, and it takes up a lot of my time. I spend like probably like six or more hours just like talking online, and I feel like I'm all talked out, and I don't want to fucking sit down and record some, record some fucking heresy shit.
But it's been good. I was saying today I've been missing doing this, and it was great to like sit down and talk heresy again.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we caught up too. It's good. Only took 2 hours, and now we're all caught up. So anyone who hasn't been listening, or anyone who's just like, oh well, I can't do heresy. I just don't do heresy if our Horus podcast isn't in my ears. Pick up your brushes, rewind, go back to the start, pick up your fucking brush, and then start painting again, and then stand by and just listen to this episode, these 2 hours on repeat for an indeterminate amount of time.
Yeah.
Until you finish your army.
We should, you
finish your army in a week.
Yeah. So
and go to the painting lesson and learn some very important lessons about painting.
Yeah, go to the painting lesson. So what was that again? It was at Henchmen Hobbies? No, what was it? Henchmen Painting?
Henchmen Painting. Henchmen Painting.
Henchmen Painting. At Henchmen Painting.
At Henchmen Painting, the Rhino Painting course at the Combat Company in Mortdale in Sydney on the 23rd of November. The tickets say they're out of stock, but we know that we've only sold half of them. It just goes up and down with the Rhino stock that they have. The warehouse has.
Yeah.
So it says they're out of stock. We know that there's 7 left. We've sold 7.
Just click the notify me when they're back in stock button, and you'll get notified when there's another Rhino in stock, and you can buy your ticket.
Boom! There you go. Hopefully, we can sell you at least D3 of those tickets.
Yeah,
hopefully.
You're gonna have to go to another podcast. You're gonna have to do 2 other You're gonna have to do a circuit.
The podcast circuit.
We'll get on the Iron Cage as well.
Yeah, get an Iron Cage. Oh yeah, record with the Iron Cage, and then you can wait fucking 6 months while Speller doesn't do anything but play except play Factorio or whatever the fuck he's playing. What is it he's playing? Is it Factorio?
Yeah, he loves Factorio. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's an awesome episode that we recorded for the Iron Cage podcast.
When did you do that?
Huh? Oh, like months ago.
Really?
Were you on there? Oh, you weren't on there. Oh,
I didn't know until the other day.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I recorded we recorded. I think Spellers edits everything, and he just hasn't done it. He hasn't put it up yet. It's good. Maybe he's just like it's too much work trying to edit out all the nonsense. I was just like, yeah, Speller, I'll come on your show, but I'm going to derail you at every opportunity. And he's like, okay. I'm like, all right.
Whenever you were on Border Princes, it used to take me extra hours to edit everything.
Yeah, edit out all the
the nonsense.
Yeah, edit the nonsense. Get down to the non-nonsense. All right. Well, this is unedited nonsense from the iHeroes podcast. Anything else you guys want to shout out? I'll put a link in the show notes to the to a whatever page these guys give me to get to the painting course.
Put our purse, like our hobby Instagrams, in there at the moment, and we'll update it when I can be bothered to update our Henchmen Painting one.
Okay, all right, cool. So just contact them via that, and then if you're going to the show notes. Okay, Michael, anything you want to shout out?
No. Go check the guys out. Like, even if you're thinking that you know everything about painting, there's always time to learn. Like, you'll probably learn a whole heap of stuff. And that's really important because there's one major thing to remember about this hobby, and that's about painting. And
what is that?
Thing is, I'll tell you what that thing is. It's a very important lesson in life that fully painted is for closers.
Closers.